now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. I'm going to do that probably here shortly again soon. Welcome to the continuation of JMN Multiverse of Media live watch show scheduled for this week with all the non-stop content from all the wrestling WWE family. As tonight, we cover AEW. Hope you all enjoy the show. Of course, some no falls in the call with me as of right now is the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. And it's going to be a very unique night once again on what's sure to be a very uniquely booked AEW Dynamite, considering flights are a pain in the butt. And if you know, you know. Before we get into anything else, JJ, first off, good to see you. How are you?
Good to be seen. I'm here. I'm ready to go, I guess. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight with the flight issues and everything.
Yeah.
Of course, there's one portion of the show that I won't be on camera for, and I'm sure you can guess what that is. But other than that, you know, let's see what Tony Khan has to offer for that. I'm more looking forward to tomorrow night, where we get the official announcement for Bound for Glory.
Yep, and of course,
I'm more looking forward to tomorrow night with 2 Ultimate X qualifiers, including one with a mystery opponent.
All in due time.
But I'm here, and Jeff Jarrett versus Bryan Danielson is a thing in 2024.
Enough said. And we also have Kyle Fletcher versus MJF in the eliminator match for the AEW American Championship. We have the Glamour, Mariah May taking on Viva Van. And I believe there is also, we also have the Bad Apple Brian Keith taking on Katsura Shibata as we continue to forge our path to All In. As of right now, 5 matches are known, and all of them concern championships. We also learned last week on Collision, Claudio Castagnoli has earned an opportunity to face Kazuchika Okada for his AEW Continental Championship. Now, whether or not that's before All In remains to be seen. But that being said, it should be another unique night. Again, figure those that are tuning in right now. Again, safety, Matt Helms, Onyx, Zero D Wrestling. That's a unique name. Pleasure to see you. Hope you enjoy the conversation, whether you're new here or a constant watch-along participant. We thank all of you. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, donate to Kathleen Studios, Jeff Beach Network, Great Cherry Brand, Super Chat, as simple as that. We are under 5 minutes away, and we're going to do like the restaurants do and hype up AEW because I'm a guy that consumes all things wrestling and enjoy all showcases. And while I do look forward towards what's ahead, I'm very excited, as always, what's for tonight because I always find unique delight in the craziness and chaos that is AEW Dynamite. But definitely the headlining of the show has to be the fact we're going all in with the last outlaw in the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, with special guest Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Again, anything goes. Bryan Danielson asked for this after Jeff Jarrett called out his moral code, saying that he's already got 1 foot out the door, saying that, of course, after this year, he is done wrestling full time. Well, he upped the ante, and whether or not he planned to originally do that or Jeff Jarrett got underneath his case, not as a wrestler, but as a father figure, Bryan Danielson said if he doesn't win at All In, he will never wrestle again. So that's a hell of a way to really go all in what could be literally the last match of your career. And I don't want to say this is a tune-up, but I say this is a proving point to see, Jeff Jarrett, you encourage this. Can you go all in? So, JJ, based on that announcement and based on Bryan Danielson's retort towards Double J that kind of encouraged this, and the fact that Double J has been going all in on this business still now for over 30 plus years. You look at the Generation of Jarrett, shout out to Dave Carter, that's also there tonight. And we're looking at one of the all-time rivals of Jeff Jarrett with Ricky the Giant Steamboat, not to mention an all-time respected wrestling icon for the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, in Ricky the Giant Steamboat. What's your take on this? Good to see you, King. Hope you continue to be in the chat.
Before I give my thought on this, did you see the way I was trolling Keen on Twitter today?
You know I'm barely ever on the Twix, bro.
He posted a gif of Joe Hendry basically saying he needs to reevaluate. He doesn't get it. And I just decided to troll the crap out of him with Joe Hendry gif after Joe Hendry gif after Joe Hendry gif. You would have been proud of me, bro.
All right. That's hilarious.
To the point where Keen just had nothing else that he could do except put SMH, shake my head. And I was like, well, if you want me to stop, and then I used a gif of the boy from Angels of the Outfield. It's like, he just has to believe.
That's all you got to do, King. The whole world believes. You need to believe too. But that being said, JJ,
this match goes, man, I am so torn. I've been a Jeff Jarrett fan for a long time, well documented. You know, freaking the one WCW show that I went to, I took a sign that said #1 Slapnut.
Damn.
This was October 2000. This was around the time that the song #1 Stunna was kind of big, so I was kind of playing off that with the #1 Slapnut. Bryan Danielson was heavily featured at the first Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show I went to, March of 2005 or April 2005, whichever it was. It was All-Star Weekend one night one, WrestleMania 21 weekend, but he was heavily featured that, and I've been a fan of his ever since. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is an icon.
Damn right.
There's a small part of me that wants to see Jeff Jarrett get the W here and make Bryan question himself. But are they really going to feed Bryan an L 2.5, 3 weeks before All In? Of course not. So if I'm a betting man here, I'm going to put money on the American Dragon. But again, anything goes or not. If Aubrey Edwards screws Jeff Jarrett, I will be inconsolable. I will be as angry as Keen is when it comes to Joe Hendry.
Jeff, you've been warned. You might want to cut the stream if JJ gets on Aubrey's case with no real value behind it, because I will go home.
God damn it! Anyway. All right, I think I got at least my audio connectivity issues solved, so we'll see how that goes.
There you go.
Stupid technology.
No, because I can.
Yeah, I was
getting your Noah's still off the rim.
Oh yeah, right. I'm still.
Yeah, I was doing Greg's show, and my phone was literally scalding hot to the touch. I'm like, all right, so that's not going to work anymore today.
No.
Anyway, yes.
Oh boy.
I will keep my fingers near the button in case JJ becomes so inconsolable he cannot be reasoned with in a timely fashion.
There you go.
And friendly reminder to Gordon and Danielson in the chat room.
If you want to
dictate the conversation,
Super chat.
Simple as that. As we are
The delay echo on your end, Jeff, is killing me.
Okay.
There we go. Nope, still there. Okay, he muted. Then again, you gotta love the technology when it loves to bite you in the ass. But again, it is what it is. Well, that being said,
I've got the Big Bang Theory wrapping up on my program. I've got the two main characters playing in a ball pit.
I got the Chuck Lorre credit on my screen.
Me too now. Chuck Lorre
Warner
Productions,
Brothers.
number 275, Warner Brothers Television, black screen, and Dynamite.
And with that being said, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. We are live here at the JMN Multiverse event schedule here tonight with AEW Dynamite coming to us from South Carolina. And we're kicking things off with a self-professed American hero and the AEW American Championship Eliminator match. It's Kyle Fletcher versus MJF. And welcome to the show, folks. Again, Simon Noel Foster here for a great Hall of Fame professional wrestling. Damn it. Shouts to AEW Family King. We will virtually engage you at Rampage or next week, Wednesday for Dynamite. With me tonight so far is the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Might be looking ahead towards tomorrow, but here we stand tonight to see what happens here on Dynamite. MJF looking to send a message to the All Elite Bruv, not on behalf of just himself, but behalf on America, particularly Long Island. Ever since christening the AEW National Championship, now the AEW American Championship. Oh, good grief. And of course, MJF made the first defense of this championship already down in Arena, Mexico successfully, and has also planned to go overseas to Rev Pro Wrestling to defend it against the former, I believe, Rev Pro World Heavyweight Champion, if he's still not World Heavyweight Champion right now, Michael Oku. And we see Will Ospreay watching on from backstage. But I imagine what's running through his mind here. And of course, we'll be back here for us, the Multiverse of Media. August 25th, we'll be covering All In. And it will be MJF versus Will Ospreay 2 to restore the prestige and the legacy of the AEW National Championship. This man might become part of the picture if he gets a win tonight.
The Proto-Star, huh?
Proto-Star Kyle Fletcher, former Ring of Honor World Television Champion, and literally somebody that looks at Will Ospreay like a brother. Again, at one point, these two lived with each other. And of course, Kyle Fletcher, not only a member of the Don Callis family, but a member of the United Empire. And of course, Don Callis on commentary. And you got to consider Don Callis right now has mixed feelings regarding this, saying that this is not family business, but to Kyle Fletcher, this is much more than family. And of course, Kyle Fletcher had a great match this past Saturday on Collision against the Machine, Brian Cage. Almost a warm-up of sorts, he called it.
There you go. Brian Cage, no slouch, of course, and MJF doing what he does best, healing it up by rolling to the outside and grabbing the microphone.
Oh, good grief. The man's going to speak.
It's like both men in this match are heel. Like,
I mean, it's a eliminator match, so I don't know what MJF's talking about. That's what he was trying to do. He's the one that's delaying right now.
So if MJF just leaves, Kyle Fletcher wins via forfeit, so wouldn't that get him a title shot later?
Technically, yes. Paul Turnberry, run the bell. Oh, again, cheap tactic by MJF, taking out Kyle Fletcher at the knee. Let's remember the threat that MJF said. He said tonight, I'm going to break your damn neck.
Roll up.
It's our Credo! Whoa! And MJF almost got caught there. Backslide by Kyle Fletcher. Gets a 2 count. And Fletcher again, so fast on the draw. This young up and rising star. Cover. Nice roll up here for a 2 count. Not a near fall on MJF. Swing and a miss there. MJF caught by the Proto-Star and planted on the mat with a power slam. Nice full body slam there.
Definitely. Nice little flurry here to come out to make MJF realize that he may have, sold
Ooh!
Kyle Fletcher a little bit short here.
The Aussie Arrow, of course, with over a decade of experience in this business, young, bright up and coming, his mid-20s right now, so much potential. But again, MJF so crafty, so cunning, very smart move, catching Kyle Fletcher, who was looking to fly. And he knows when to shut a guy down, take the irons out of play. Meanwhile, Kyle Fletcher, though, might be looking for that power drive, and MJF somehow finds an escape. And Kyle Fletcher right now trying to bring MJF back in, and MJF takes advantage. Hyperextend the arm across the top rope.
Fists of Fury just ground and pound now here by MJF.
And of course, MJF loves to utilize that Fujiwara armbar. Saw the earth, ringing the arm in the corner. And MJF, the saw the earth right now, is taking full control of this eliminator match. And again, MJF right now might be one of the most gifted people in the business, but might be one of the most loathsome human beings right now on the planet, especially after Tony Schiavone.
Speaking of gifted people in the business, freaking Don Callis there, as you mentioned, at the ringside commentary position, crowded booth here tonight. Not only do we have Don Callis for this one, but we'll have the Learning Tree Chris Jericho on commentator a little bit later when Brian Keith is in action.
Well, here's the difference. One's a fucking parasite. The other one's just annoying. You figure out which one it is.
Well, all I know is one of them made you say that you'd rather support Chase U, and I've got video evidence to prove it.
Yeah, damneder things have happened in this business, especially this year in 2024. MJF taking advantage once again. Kyle Fletcher, though, nice jawbreaker, though, creating separation. Still favoring that arm and shoulder. MJF, though, again. Oh, man. Once again, taking Kyle Fletcher down by the already compromised arm. Double underhook. MJF. Oh, Jesus. Shoulder breaker.
For a second there, I thought he was going to go for Josh Alexander's C4 spike.
And right now, MJF, though, is just trying to dissect Kyle Fletcher's left arm, sending a very painful, methodical message to Will Ospreay. I can't believe MJF said that facing and beating Will Ospreay was easy. It took 59 minutes and 58 seconds for MJF to beat Will Ospreay with that Dynamite Diamond Ring. Nice powerbomb there for a 2 count.
MJF seems to be in a position where he can't believe that he hasn't put Kyle Fletcher away yet.
Well, I mean, how many times has MJF underestimated his opponent?
All the time, but that's what a good arrogant heel does. Oh, here we go. I saw his post about this. He was going to use the kangaroo kick on the Aussie.
Of course, he used this last year at All In to claim the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships from Aussie Open. Oh, I ran into a super kick.
Huge super kick by Kyle Fletcher at the right moment, getting him a little bit of space and distance here, Noah.
Yeah, that was a hell of a shot right on the button there. But again, Kyle Fletcher able to capitalize. Great moment of reprieve here for the challenger. Again, what is an eliminator match. And of course, if Kyle Fletcher wins, he will get a shot at MJF's AEW American Championship. But currently right now, it's MJF versus Will Ospreay for this title at All in London, Wembley Stadium, Sunday, August 25th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Start Time.
You got to wonder if he can get the victory here, Kyle Fletcher, that is. Would he want a one-on-one match for the title against MJF, or would he want to get added to the Wembley Stadium match and make it a triple threat?
I do think there is that pride that Kyle Fletcher wants to surpass Will Ospreay and everything Will Ospreay's done, because that's how much confidence Kyle Fletcher has in his ability. So I can definitely see that. And let's not forget, oh man, sits out, sidewinder, cover, kick out.
Plus, if Kyle Fletcher were to become champion, either man that he pinned, he'd be able to keep the other one strong.
And he would also be bringing home gold to the Don Callis family. Still to come tonight for Glamour. Mariah May will go one-on-one with Viva Van. Good to see Viva Van back here on Dynamite. Action in the AEW Women's Division. Also, as you talked about, Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree. Our former world champion will be on commentary as the Bad Apple Brian Keith takes on the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata. And of course, we will also hear from AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, who had a sit-down interview with good old JR, Jim Ross, the GOAT. Camille will also be in action in a handicap match, 2-on-1 tonight. Curious who they got against the Brick House. And of course, our main event, anything goes. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the Last Outlaw, goes 1-on-1 with the American Dragon, Brian Danielson. Special guest, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Now, after running all that down, can you guess which spot I won't be on the mic for?
I'm pretty sure people who have understood who you are by now and respect your opinion, for you are a wrestling fan like all of us, can take a good guess. But we'll talk more about that later when that time comes. For now, we are in this. And again, Kyle Fletcher right now, MJF rolling away, though. Kyle Fletcher was one of the very first, not the first Dynamite match, by the way, for Will Ospreay when he signed back, of course, at January and had his debut at Revolution. Nice PK there. Great athlete.
Is it just me, or does MJF's gear kind of make him look like an American gladiator?
A little bit, yes, and nice shout out there. Kyle Fletcher from the top with the moonsault. Wipes MJF out on the floor.
Turbo Nitro
That's going really
Glacier.
Oh, good God. I wish you didn't bring that name up.
Those were the names of like the American gladiators. Pyro.
That Pyro was more effective than Glacier, I'm just saying. Beautiful moonsault, by the way. I watched the original American Gladiators when I was once a wee lad, okay? I'm just saying.
When once you were a wee lad?
Yeah, exactly. You got Fletcher right now, back up to the high-risk district. MJF in the dropside again, but MJF rolling away to the outside, preventing Kyle Fletcher taking advantage.
The veteran instincts of our scumbag.
And again, right now, looking for a timeout. And Kyle Fletcher is not going to give MJF any sort of reprieve here.
Of course not. You don't want to give somebody who's a former world champion the opportunity to get their bearings back.
Kyle Fletcher,
this is how Kyle Fletcher makes a name for himself.
Oh, and this time MJF takes advantage with a drop toe hold, sending Kyle Fletcher to the barricade. And MJF going back in, break the count. And Fletcher right now in even worse trouble right now. MJF taking a bite literally out of his competition.
He just took that fan's hat and threw it in the crowd.
What is wrong with this man? Seriously, that wasn't even a sports-related hat.
A lot is wrong. That's why he's our scumbag.
Fair enough.
I mean, when you grow up watching Talk Wrestling and Jeff Meacham, you're going to be a little bit off. I'm just saying. I love the man whose name is on the marquee. He's like a brother to me, but let's be honest.
Based on history alone, I got to agree with you. Wow, God! Kyle Fletcher just fleeing himself with a barricade for MJF.
Not sure what happened here. We lost the graphic.
Kyle Fletcher is feeling at Q9, our opening contest on Dynamite. In the stands right now with the fans. And Paul Turner again starting his 10 count here. Of course, Camille's nothing but Boatman are on the outside. It's a great first match, though. I'm loving this. As I expected it would be.
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
That's the original American Gladiators theme. You brought that on yourself, JJ.
I knew what it was because I'm in the production booth. I can see it down here in the green room, but it's like, did we really have to lose the graphic for that?
Top rope elbow drop connects 2.5.
Macho Man elbow drop there with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the house tonight.
All-time rival Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Of course, those two contested over the WWF Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania.
I love that you brought back the Intercontinental.
It should be back, damn it! A company needs to bring back with their title. I'm just saying. Doing chants right now, crowd enjoying this match, and MJF again takes advantage of Kyle Fletcher, swinging his arm down. Again, smart strategy applied by MJF. Once again, taking advantage of the weakness he created in his opponent. Now holds up Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher escapes, waist lock. And again, Arm wringer. MJF caught though by Kyle Fletcher. Can he hook him though? Again, the arm unable to. The rope through, cross the legs. The cover. Kick out by Fletcher.
Thought that was going to be it. I thought Max was going to get a dirty victory there.
I mean,
hand on the tights or something.
Uh-oh. Oh, God! Watch the arm target sided. Double stomp and pop goes the arm.
Jesus, a couple more moves like that. Kyle Fletcher will be home with his woman Sky Blue uninjured.
And Sky Blue get well soon. And meanwhile, MJF might be looking to hook up Kyle Fletcher for an Alabama slammer. The roll through. That whiplash impact on your head and neck. Now hammerlock. Well, what the hell? And MJF DDT! Is that going to be it? Shoot the half, full body cover, kick out again by Fletcher.
Jesus, the heart of Kyle Fletcher here almost makes it seem like he's in the process of making a babyface turn here. Like I said, both men heels coming into the match.
Well, again, you talked about earlier, Kyle Fletcher, and we talked about also earlier. Remember the Don Callis family, lifelong brother, though, to Will Ospreay. If it wasn't for Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher very well would not have been in the situation, let alone ever got to AEW. And right now, Will Ospreay, I gotta wonder, this is weighing on his mind at all, what's happening to Kyle Fletcher. The fact that MJF is this good, though, in the damn ring, and what he has truly become a trademark name in this business, let alone in all elite wrestling, it's really incredible what this man has done since signing on the dotted line at Double or Nothing in 2019. And again, right now, MJF is incensing his opponent. Oh, that is not a wise move to call him a wannabe Ospreay. Oh, and spits in the man's face.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
This is the moment where MJF has officially fucked up.
Smacks him with the spit.
And now Kyle Fletcher teeing off, lining up our AEW American champion. He's palm strikes, back of the head, back of the neck. Left on the eye. Prevented the boot, though. Again, MJF literally slowing down Kyle Fletcher for the moment.
MJF with the pop of love there. Catches a super kick barely by Fletcher.
Fletcher comes back, though, rolling elbow. MJF off the rails. Hook by Fletcher. Oh, and a destroyer! Wow, wiped out a lariat, both men down. What an exchange. And remember, JJ, they went nearly completely the whole 60 minutes with Will Ospreay. This eliminator match only has a 30-minute time limit. We're over the halfway point at this point.
I definitely think they're going to try to push it as close to that time limit as possible, especially considering the transportation issues.
The roll up. The roll up. Again, MJF finds a way to escape. 2 count again up the attempted counter to the Fujiwara armbar, saw the earth. And shot. Lawn darted. Shout out to the Olympics, by the way, for archery contest. MJF lawn darted into the second turnbuckle. We also got to remember a person we haven't even talked about at all that also is native to London. And he has a guaranteed shot at some point for what was the AEW International Championship. And right now, Kyle Fletcher channeling his inner Aussie, flying in with the kick. Boot into the jaw right now, and MJF perched on the top rope, and Kyle Fletcher might be looking for something big here out of the corner. Attempted superplex, inside second, hooking up MJF.
Slipped a little bit.
Wait, whoa. Fletcher, oh man! Bite to the side of the head and the ear by MJF, preventing that. And no. This is what he did to Dale Garcia. This is what he promised Will Ospreay that he would do to his boy. Oh, Kyle Fletcher able to escape the attempted pile driver. And MJF looking for the Palace Sunrise Mountain Pull-up single leg kick out. So damn close. And Hammerlock a hair's breadth away. Now hooking up. Jumping tombstone pile driver. Is it enough to cover? Kick out.
Great. That's incredible by Kyle Fletcher there.
So damn close.
And now Don Callis is getting involved. We knew he wouldn't stay at the announce position for long.
I don't know if this is wise, though, with how much Kyle Fletcher is in control here. Then wait a minute.
Tossing in the screwdriver.
Again, channel that
Kyle
hatred.
Fletcher going to use it. Look at the look on his face.
I mean, Will Ospreay didn't use it, and arguably that cost an AEW World Championship at Forbidden Door. But we've also seen a change of heart in Will Ospreay. Has the same thing happen to Kyle Fletcher, or does he still be driven by that hatred that brought him to Don Callis from in the first place? Is he willing to pull the trigger? Do it, Kyle! Come on, figure out what's at stake here.
No.
Oh,
the
no.
babyface turn is complete.
Stop!
Low blow by MJF.
And again, MJF is a sorry Yambag Yahtzee, as Taz would say. And meanwhile, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Insult to injury.
Kangaroo kick.
God damn it! Lord forgive me. Front face lock. MJF hooking up Kyle Fletcher. Dropped with the brainbuster into the cover. MJF defeats Kyle Fletcher.
Brainbuster.
And Kyle Fletcher had an amazing outing here, but again, when the moment was presented for him to do what was needed to win this eliminator match, he refused to follow Don Callis' plan. And whether or not he decided to use the screwdriver or not, the fact that he was thinking about for so long cost him and allowed MJF to create that moment. Now Ospreay trying to come out. Wait a minute. The Ospreay is inadvertently almost locked inside a room by a stage crate. Again, what? Gee, I wonder who did that, JJ. You know, I'm just saying.
I got a good idea.
Oh, God, what the hell? MJF just struck Paul Turner with the American Championship. That's going to be fine. MJF right now needs to be very careful that he doesn't get suspended and stripped of that title.
He's got the Dynamite Diamond Ring on, Noah.
Oh, jeez. And I don't think I'm just aware that Will Ospreay's trying to make his way down as he decks Kyle Fletcher with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. Same
What's
way he
more
dropped...
deadly, Noah?
Yeah,
a shot with the Dynamite Diamond Ring or Logan Paul's brass knucks one lucky punch?
That Dynamite Diamond Ring has busted people open and caused them to bleed. Logan Paul hasn't done that. MJF is definitely the stronger Northpaw. Now MJF once again teeing off against the open wound, to my point, the same exact way he assaulted Daniel Garcia and put him out of the injury reserve.
Sign in the front row says MJF is Ric Flair from Wish.
And MJF telling the camera, Will Ospreay, the blood is on your hands.
I'm going to do what you didn't have the balls to do, Will.
Oh, no. He's going to do what Will Ospreay refused to do to MJF, refused to do to Bryan Danielson, refused to do to George Strickland. He's going to drop the man on his head and neck. He's looking for the Tiger Driver here. You got to be kidding me. Oh, wait a minute, Will Ospreay! And look at MJF run like a scolded dog. Retreating literally out of the arena.
Ospreay calling for the ringside doctor. Look at the way he's holding Kyle Fletcher there.
You would almost think that Kyle Fletcher was Will Ospreay's son. There's no doubt in my mind that MJF was trying to make sure Will Ospreay couldn't come out here. He was the one that put the stage crane in front of the door. He was threatening to literally drop the man on the head of his neck.
Look at the blood on Ospreay's shirt.
And you heard what Don Callis was saying about what MJF was threatening to do. Again, Exception checking on Kyle Fletcher, and Don Callis trying to encourage Will Ospreay. What you need to do at All In is drop MJF on his neck.
This has just got even more personal, Noah.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Still the kind of night. Jeff Jarrett, Brian Danielson, anything goes. Special guest, Rick of the Dragon Steamboat. We need to get Kyle Fletcher backstage. What Doug Kyle's talking about? Where were you? Shut the man. This friggin'. Anyway, as we prepare ahead, not just for All In, but towards Double J, the Last Outlaw, taking on the American Dragon, and what will be an all-out war as anything goes. Test the merit of a wrestler. Test the value of a father. Both men can relate. Jeff Jarrett, of course, also a father. Jeff Jarrett, an honored, trained vet, respected by the business, done everything possible. No disqualification. This is not Bunkhouse Brawl, by the way, which what I thought Jeff Jarrett was going for, because that's the match that he really put on the map. No, he just was like anything goes. And we know Brian Danielson, he loves violence. So did Double J just wake up the American Dragon, and is he about to regret it?
Don't know. All I know is Jeff Jarrett seemingly is a babyface for the first time in damn near like 15 years, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, again, I'm all in on this match, and I'm definitely all in with what Double J has done since the conclusion of the Owen, by the way. Meanwhile, as we move forward.
Speaking of the conclusion of the Owen,
yeah, how about
the
this?
Glamour, Mariah May, making her
boy.
way to the ring to take on Viva Van.
And of course, the Glamour says that come All In, AEW will be all about Mariah. Record of 17-5, and to your point, 2024 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament winner with the shoe in hand that bludgeoned Timeless Toy Storm, who of course will defend her AEW World Championship against this very woman, her protege, her bosom buddy, literally her biggest fan since she arrived to AEW from Stardom. You know, there's been a lot of dark hatred brewing for her lately in the Stardom roster, and clearly Mariah May, her true colors have finally come out since winning the Owen. You heard what she said, Renee? She loved Toni Storm. She was everything to her. She even became her. She wore her skin. And now she no longer needs her. And she wants what she has, the AEW Women's World Championship.
How prophetic, Noah. Timeless Tony always said, chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
And she was
and her downfall was she was not watching for the shoe.
And again, she was a victim of her own proverb, practice what you preach. And apparently, Toni Storm didn't practice that night. Massive headbutt by Mariah May to Viva Vaughn. And the waistlock, by the way, applied. Of course, Viva Vaughn, the regular we've seen here in AEW, Ring of Honor, and of course, NJPW, an all-rounder. 6 years in the business. Nice suplex.
Aubrey Edwards, our official here for this contest.
And well done there by Mariah May. And of course, we know how dangerous Mariah May can be in that ring. We saw what happened Saturday at Collision when Thomas Toy Storm was in singles action. Mariah May was supposed to be on commentary. They couldn't keep these two apart.
Not surprised. I haven't followed Collision for a while, unfortunately, but that does not surprise me. Huge missile drop kick from the top rope there by Mariah.
Yeah, again,
I gotta know, Noah, slightly off topic. I know Jeff posted the link in our group chat to All About Eve, which the movie has heavily influenced the storyline. Have you given it a watch, or are you going to give it a watch? I know you're not a heavy movie guy, but considering the parallels between this angle and that film, I'm curious if you're going to watch it.
I'm still not a movie guy. I trust you, my filibuster, because if there's one thing I know AEW does, their countdown tells the story. And I'm sure that package will be better than the original trailer for All About Eve. If what you said is true about what has happened to these two in All Elite Wrestling. And Mariah May, the referee, is not your opponent. Might want to watch out. Schoolgirl, roll up by Viva Vaughn, and 2 count. Spinning back fist miss, follow up clothesline by Mariah May, wipes out Viva Vaughn. And now looking to follow up drop kick.
Another drop kick from Mariah May. This one with the momentum of the ropes there behind it.
And fans, this match will continue in restaurant quality, picture in picture, fuck television. Don't go anywhere. Mariah May just mounting Viva Vaughn right now. Just look at the rage in that beautiful, sinister glamour that is Mariah May. Nothing but hatred. And she knows how good she is, clearly. But again, all of that pent-up animosity towards what Toni Storm has been since Full Gear, everything Mariah May has sought to be. And she has a very huge chance to do that in her home country at Wembley.
That's a fair assessment. I'm looking forward to see what happens. You know, I heard somewhere that Mina Shirakawa is on her way to the States for an extended period of time. It'll be interesting to see if she comes in, gets involved at Wembley, you know, aligns herself again with Mariah, if she essentially turns heel by joining Mariah.
Ooh,
I'm here for an extended stay from Mina Shirakawa, though. Give me that.
Well, I mean, if Mariah May wants to be all about Mariah, I'm pretty sure the fans will say, we want Mina before they will say all about Mariah. Mariah May taking full control here and taking another page on Timeless Toni Storm, looking for her beauty shot as she literally paints the canvas in her own art form. Again, something so sinister, so beautiful. The glamour, Mariah May on full display. Here in control of Viva Van. To your point, Mina Shirakawa and her crew lost the Artists of Stardom Trios Championships, which is why she's going on a long-term excursion here in America. But you are correct. Whoa, nice rolling kick there, though, by Viva Van, trying to take advantage here, driving Mariah May to the outside. Of course, Viva Van, also a proud student of the NJPW Academy, tagged alongside and been in the ring with the likes of Mina Shirakawa, Asume, Alex Windsor, just to name a few. Oh, geez, a vicious forearm by Mariah May. Again, one shot is all it takes for Mariah to take advantage. Driving her into the barricade. It's almost like Mariah May loves doing this. So loves to dish out this punishment. There's a underlying sinister joy with Mariah in doing this. Almost like a euphoria.
Of course, and you can see Aubrey Edwards actually doing her job, admonishing Mariah May, trying to get her back into the ring. Yeah, good job by Aubrey Edwards.
Everyone knows you got a 10 count. And right now, it's literally a one-on-one contest. No Timeless Toni Storm anywhere in sight. I mean, for the sake of this match, they probably left Timeless Toni Storm out of the building. Because why would you compromise the Timeless last to happen at All in Wembley as Mariah May right now with the wrestle applied to Viva Van, chinlock, sleeper hold. Viva Van back to her feet, though, trying to fight back. Mariah May just takes her down with one vicious shot. Almost a whiplash effect by her hair. Now literally ragged on her by her hair. We are back in AEW Dynamite. Yep. And of course, we are looking at the AEW Women's Division here. Climate-tested competitor Mariah May taking on rising competitor Viva Van. Viva Van able to escape, though. Nice up kick. Follow up in the corner. Oh, no. Mariah May sidestep it. Uh-oh. Viva Van is in position, JJ.
Lights, camera, action.
Give Mariah May her close up into the dog. Got it. That hip attack. And right into the face of Viva Van. And of course, right to the face and the heart of Toni Storm. Now just punching the top of Viva Van's head. Not even a crossface here. Uh-oh.
Kiss of death almost there.
Yeah, at this point, she's ready for the fatality. Oh, God, that knee strike.
Flawless victory.
At this point, she can pin her, but she doesn't want to do that. She's trying to send a message. Mariah May. Uh-oh. Mayday, mayday, mayday! Center of the ring. And no sense of urgency here. And again, no sense.
She can tell it's over.
Clearly, I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for her to stop, and she doesn't stop. Uh-oh. Start zero!
That's going to do it.
Yeah, no doubt. Count to 20. That's a wrap. Look at the near leg. Mariah May wins.
And that devilish smirk. A raise of the eyebrows. And again, a shot of the bloody heel there.
And you got to wonder if that bloody heel is going to be the downfall of Timeless Toni Storm when the Timeless last awaits us at Wembley Stadium. Again, probably the most anticipated women's match of the year so far for me as a fan. Timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May for the AEW Women's World Championship. Yeah, well, wait a minute. Yeah. What's that?
Present.
Is that a gift?
Looks like a portrait of some kind.
It is. I know it's Chris Statler's birthday. I wasn't aware of Mariah May receiving gifts ahead of what the. Oh. Oh, well, the picture tells so much. Thomas Toy Storm creating Mariah May.
Die, Mariah, die on the back.
I don't think she realized what it says.
She does now.
Oh, boy. That message sent. Wait a minute! Thomas Toy Storm! And seriously, you're going to have to get a SWAT team to separate these two or restrain them. Came in with a head of steam, like something out
Mariah
of
grabbing the heel, Noah, going back to work with it.
Toy Storm, though, grabbing the heel this time and trying to break the heel away from Mariah May, and Aubrey Evans trying to preserve our AEW Women's Championship match. Again, we are trying to preserve a top-level pay-per-view match here. A lot of money on the line here, ladies. Save it for Wembley. Seriously. Where's Christopher Daniels? Tony Khan's going to have to put this in some sort of restraining order. These two are not going to wait for the next freaking, what the fuck is it, 18 days?
Something like that, yeah.
They cannot wait to lock horns and tear each other apart and rip each other's head off. Shoe or no shoe. It's probably accurate. Get more security out here. I cannot wait to call this match with you in black and white in what could be the last timeless attraction, JJ, here at AEW for a long damn time.
I'm looking forward to it too, bruv, as long as I'm not working. As a matter of fact, I think that schedule's out. Let me double check that.
Wembley Stadium awaits this future
10
presentation.
a.m. Pacific.
Timeless Tony Storm, Mariah May, AEW Women's World Championship. But of course, that's not the only title on the line, as we also now know that the TNT Championship will be on the line as Scapegoat Jeff Perry defends against longtime rival Darby Allin.
I have to be to work at 1 that day, so I should be able to do the first 2 hours, and then I'm going to have to bounce out.
That's fair. I still can't believe, JJ, that Jeff Perry was willing to be sacrificed, to be burned alive, not only to prevent Darby Allin from getting this match, but prevent Team AEW from winning. And Matthew saved his life. As now we go to a full commercial, and I'm sure we'll learn more from Jeff Perry here shortly.
Hey,
Again.
King, you know what else is timeless? Noah, do you know what else is timeless?
Oh, what?
Joe Hendry.
Accurate. What the?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Do you believe? And do you believe that the scapegoat will find a way to put Darby Allin 6 feet under without a double-decker bus?
I'm waiting to see A-Train's response to that. He's gonna, if he ever meets me, he's gonna want to kill me for some of this shit.
Oh, he's going to rip your head off on simply predicting, I'm sure, or the HW.
First he'll shake my hand, say good to meet you, then he'll rip my head off for all the Joe Hendry shit.
I mean, you can always just give him the link right now for this, and he could come in during the full commercials because fuck television and go lash at you. I don't care. I mean, again, we're only 38 minutes in. This has already been a stellar show so far. And dadgum, title stories from Mariah May. Get these two women to Wembley. Different planes, by the way. What did I do? I didn't put it up there. He's the one that did it.
No, Jeff did it. I just said his name.
Well, you did say his name, to be fair. I mean, again, you say his name and he appears. He even said next week we're not even going to have to say his name. He's going to appear.
And then you said, do you believe? So
Well, I
that's
always
probably
say
why
that.
he's getting on you.
Well, look, I'm always going to endorse the question because I want to know the people again. Do you believe? Because seriously, how can you not believe? But that being said, Joe Hendry is NXT TNA. He is definitely TNA. And if the announcement becomes official tomorrow, you can bet your ass I'm going to that pay-per-view to see that man hopefully challenge for the TNA World Championship. But I'm not going to assume anything until it's official by TNA Wrestling itself, which apparently will be made official tomorrow during our watch-along of TNA Impact. Stay tuned
And tomorrow we're going to get to see him take on Wolfgang from the Gallus Boys after already being successful against their leader, Joe Coffey, yesterday.
That's so damn random considering Wolfgang now is Gallus is invading the TNA Impact Zone. I just want to put that out there. Oh, man. As we got a full commercial break here. Again, folks, hope you're enjoying the conversation, reactions, and just all the other stuff that we do here. Bull crapping, again, as we do this across all things here, all things wrestling, all forms of entertainment. And of course, we are hyping up the fact that we are on the path to All In as tonight's dedicated AEW, and we focus on Dynamite. Again, 5 championship matches are known. We already saw a preview, a continuation of the confrontations that await with MJF and Will Ospreay for the AEW, now named American Championship. And of course, we talked about what I think is going to be, should be called the timeless last, because it sounds like it's going to be the last time, the most bloody romantic romance of a lifetime, according to Tony Storm, who loved Mariah May so much. Thomas Toy Storm will defend her AEW Women's World Championship, of course, against the glamour Mariah May. And of course, we saw subtly how Jack Perry, the scapegoat, will defend his TNT Championship against Darby Allin, who again was looking to burn the man alive and sacrifice him inside blood and guts, and was willing to do that. If Jack Perry is willing to go that far to make sure that what he does here in AEW stands the testament of time on his own will, what the hell is this man willing to do to hold on to this title in front of who knows how many people at Wembley Stadium?
Good question.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of Darby, here we are backstage, him cutting a little promo with his pink robe hoodie.
I'll tell you that, by the way, the war he faced last week with him and Adam Page and winning. Unbelievable. Come on, sacrifice. Darby Allin is one unique enigma, to say the least, when it comes to this business. That's right. Jack Perry has to show up at All In Wembley. The clock is ticking.
And now it is time for the bad apple, Brian Keith, the man who sits under the learning tree for knowledge, guidance, and experience. A learning tree that forced Noah to admit yesterday on the air that he would rather support Chase University than the learning tree.
All I'm going to say is what we'll learn tonight is Bounty Hunter Brian Keith, or excuse me, Bad Apple Brian Keith is not prepared for the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata, despite the fact he's 3-1 in his past 4 singles matches. But to your point, the Bad Apple Brian Keith did allow Chris Jericho to hold on to his FTW title, and one of the damnedest triple threats I've seen under FTW rules. That included Dice, might I add, against the likes of Katsuyori Shibata and Hook. And of course, he survived a chop war and a physical dissection against Minoru Suzuki, but it was back July 3rd where we saw the learning tree provide a painful lesson, starting with Katsuyori Shibata's left arm. And it escalated from there, blinding Hook as the Wizard came back for one night only. And then they drove Samoa Joe for a damn wall with a forklift. Katsuyori Shibata is the last opposition that remains against the learning tree. Speaking of which, here comes Chris Jericho, who has now been the World Champion for 109 days. Oh, brother. This guy, the definition of midlife crisis character development, and Redwood, Big Bill, and Bounty Hunter Brian Keith are now stuck.
Hi, guys!
Hi!
Hi, guys!
Hi!
Hi,
everybody! Hi, Dr. Nick!
Oh, God.
You gave me that one on a platter, dude. Just throwing that out there.
I'm about to say.
I know.
I'm not doing anything. Ugh.
Can Big Bill just lay out Excalibur and let Tony call this match? That'd be neato.
I think
Florence Body is going to have a fun regardless with this.
I know. I just don't like Excalibur.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Okay.
And meanwhile,
here comes the best run of format to these streets. Shibata, we're going to move the foul. Echo!
Effect.
As you were.
I saw JJ with the headset out because it's like, oh, my ears. Yeah, all right, bro.
Over in the no DQ chat, someone posted Jack Perry vignette sponsored by Taco Bell. I was like, that's because both Jack Perry and Taco Bell give you the drizzling shits.
I don't eat Taco Bell, so apparently I must have a good colon.
I
That being
couldn't
said,
help myself there.
yeah. All right, well, we got referee Rick Knotts for this contest here. Again, Catcher Shibata took the man's left arm, and Brian
Ooh.
Keefe, oh man,
Jumping the gun here on the bell, really trying to take it to Shibata here in the early goings.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy. And again, I feel like Tony Schiavone's doing what I'm doing at this point, just looking down his phone. I will say this. I wonder if Jericho actually learned anything from his matches against Katsuyori Shibata and Minoru Suzuki.
That's a fair, inquiry there. I really like Brian Keith. I don't know how I feel about him being part of the Learning Tree stable, blah, blah, blah. But ever since I first saw the Bounty Hunter, I want to say it was last year at the final battle.
Yep.
I've been a fan of his. Something about him intrigues me.
Oh, man, a stomp already to that previously injured left arm to the point of the elbow. And that bad apple right there might have just lost part of its core.
Bad apple with a bad sell. A little bit of an oversell there on the outside, but kind of.
I mean, again, when you're with Chris Jericho, you learn a thing or two, but you also overlearn.
Ooh, Shibata sent right into that steel barricade.
Katsuyori Shibata, a teacher in his own right, as Brian Keith hammerlocks the arm and currently goes to work now on Shibata's arm against the barricade. Breaking the rest 10 count here. Again, looking into exact further punishment and damage, saying that Shibata disrespected Jericho. Picture perfect kick up to the arm. This match might literally be an arm for an arm.
Bumped.
Again, look at the way that Brian Keith is literally targeting that left arm.
Arm for an arm when you figure that Chris Jericho's the man of 1,004 holds and almost every other one of them was arm bar.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, JJ, I'm going to tell you right now, as we go to Wrestle Quiet Picture in Picture, fuck television, if Brian Keith tries to pull an arm bar on Katsuyori Shibata, I'm walking off. That being said,
well, I guess you're allowed one. We all know I'm going to be walking off in a little bit here myself. So.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll just look down my phone. I'm sure Tony Schiavone right now can't believe what he's dealing with. But, I mean,
So I'm sure we'll get a little bit into conversation about this on Open Mic Night. But TNT has now announced this Overdrive show that's supposed to have AEW affiliation. I don't know if they're hosting it or if it's going to be AEW content, whatever, but you got to figure that's a good sign for their television deal, right? If TNT is announcing a brand new show that I believe they're supposed to be some way, shape, or form involved in. Maybe I've misread what I've heard, but thoughts?
It's one of those things where I also look at the fact that you're underneath the Warner Bros. Discovery umbrella. You do a little bit of cross promotion, a little bit of collaboration. And again, if AEW is all about that action in wrestling, why not talk about the craziest actions done by people across other sports and extreme events and circumstances? So I think it's good. I think it's good exposure towards these individuals that we work also for Warner Bros. Discovery, but we do this type of stuff because I imagine they're going to promote AEW during the commercial breaks. But if they trust AEW talent to do that type of stuff for them on their network, then that's got to yield good things for AEW in general. Cover, hook and far leg, and a 1 count. Yeah, I feel like AEW is Warner Brothers Discovery, at least for the longer term. We've done 5 years. Why not another 5 years? Just saying. Especially if they're getting on Max internationally. Tell you one thing, I might actually buy Max if they get on here domestically.
Right.
Ugh. Give me wrestling, and your streaming service has a purpose. Simple as that. Other than that, don't give a fuck. Brian Keith right now, again, just once again, stomping away on the left arm.
Thank you very much, Keen, in the chat room there. TNT Overdrive brings Adrenaline Junkies a collection of the most thrilling moments and exclusive stories from AEW wrestlers. Saturdays following Collision. So, yeah, stories from AEW wrestlers. There's going to be AEW involvement. Like I said, it's got to pose good things here for their TV rights deal.
And that, of course, means good things for the longevity and growth of AEW and the opportunities that await anybody in this company to build something on themselves in this business or build a family. And you gotta
But
love it.
again, we'll get more in depth with that on open mic night.
And of course, you all will catch that 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the weekly Saturday Night Shenanigans that are open mic night, hosted by the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. 1 hour after our AEW Collision Watch along this week, as we give you all the content this week. There's JMN Multiverse of Media. Shibata right now.
All the content, all the wrestling content. Damn it, because we're fucking crazy.
I don't know how I created this madness, but clearly I must have something to do with this. The fact that you guys have me covering every wrestling show this week.
Well, you know what? We would not be doing Collision if it wasn't for a fucking Texas bull rope match between La Mera Thunder Rosa and the virtuosa Diana Perrazzo. Long may she fucking reign.
That's a fair point, and that is a match worth itself for the 2 hours. I will give you that. And of course, AEW continues their path to All In through Arlington, Texas at the Esports Stadium for AEW Collision and Ring of Honor. Natsuyuki Hiroshi. Here's the cover by Brian Keefe. Gets a 2 count. Very close there. And of course, let's not forget the go-home editions of Dynamite and Collision will emanate from Cardiff Wells in the Utilita Arena Wednesday, August 21st. Here's the cover again by Brian Keefe and a 2 count.
Off of a nice exploder suplex there by the Bad Apple.
Hey, man.
Congratulations. And of course, Collision will also be in your neck of the woods coming up here soon, sir.
Yes,
Toledo, Ohio.
I'm just going to say this real quick. AEW! Yes! I love it! That last time I went there, I saw Chris Statler defend the TBS champion against Sky Blue, and I saw Brian Danielson go up against Christian Cage for the TNT championship. Not to mention all the great Ring of Honor action I saw. Nice STO by Katsuyori Shibata. With Collision, you get 2 shows. I love it! I can't freaking wait. Whoa! That's beneath the clothesline. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh, what an open palm strike. The claw! The claw! The claw!
The claw.
Arm drag takeover. Here's the tap out of the cross arm breaker. Katsuyori Shibata with the win.
The cross arm breaker, which is kind of like arm bar.
And from behind the redwood, there's Bill. Stop it.
Damn it, Jeff, you freaking idiot.
Took the words out of my mouth. And again, Katsuyori Shibata right now on a 3-on-1 assault with Hook and Samoa Joe. Nowhere to be found.
Gotta admit that for the World Championship does look pretty good around Jericho's waist.
Tell you about Taz has different thoughts, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, but Taz is a freaking Oompa Loompa, though.
And right now, showing Jericho the FTW Championship. Wait a minute!
What's going on here?
It's Hook! He's back!
Send Hook. I didn't even see the bat signal go up.
And by the way, Hook is going in here with one eye only, and he's going right after Jericho. I knew that Hook
be able to see pretty well out of that one eye.
I mean, again, when you're fueled by rage and you still have 50% of your vision, I guess that's all you need when you're the son of Taz and you develop an FTW attitude for life straight out of the 730. And Jericho right now, apoplectic with the fact that Hook is back. Gold Iron Handsome Devil Hook and the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata win this battle tonight. A painful lesson to be taught, but by who and when? Oh, wait a minute. It's still 3-on-2, though. I wonder if they're going to go back on the ring. Brian Keith's still favoring that left arm, though. We know how much that Shibata respects Hook and vice versa. And really, that's what really started all this in the first place. Jericho a little envious of that. And you can clearly see he still is.
Katsuyori Von Erich says Keen A-Train.
That's fair. Of course, he had a training hand with the Von Erichs, who are currently 2/3 of our Ring of Honor 6-member tag team champions. And look what Hook has in his hand as we go backstage to Renee Paquette and Orange Cassidy. Of course, part of the Conglomeration. Yeah, again, travel issues right now. No Conglomeration tonight. Damn it, I don't remember my Briscoe promo. What? I really don't understand Orange Cassidy's mind. Where is his mind?
Wherever.
Whatever. Let's not have Renee Paquette wrestle, please. I think she's fine where she is. Oh, Orange Cassidy's not afraid of a fight, even if he's in a handicap affair. Still to come tonight, good old JR Jim Ross sits down with our AEW World Champion Sports Strickland ahead of his match with Bryan Danielson at All In with Stam in London. JR, still the GOAT, don't at me. As we go to a full commercial break again, fuck television. Although I do love Wendy's more than Taco Bell. That was a pretty good, nice return, though, by Hook. And again, a subtle first hour of action. Of course, still to come tonight, the Brick House Camille will be in handicap action. Good luck trying to find forces that can oppose that Brick House. Damn it. We also, of course, still have the Anything Goes match with Bryan Danielson and Double J Jeff Jarrett with special guest Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I can only imagine what's going through Ricky Steamboat's mind regarding how much respect he has for those two men. And besides that, I guess Orange Cassidy is going to go into what seems like an unwinnable fight without the Conglomeration because of travel issues, because apparently there was supposed to be a tag or trios match tonight, but Mark Briscoe, Tomoshi E, and Kyle O'Reilly, they're not here. Not very wise by Orange Cassidy, in my opinion, but just saying.
It's very rare that we see Orange Cassidy do things that are wise, if we're being kind of honest.
But that's also been his greatest strength as well. Let's not forget the most prolific AEW international champion in this company's history. Over 40 defenses with that title across 2 runs, including one run that practically went for a year. Just saying. But again, I still have to wonder, what the hell is Pac thinking of all this, considering he's supposed to be challenging for the AEW International Championship, which technically doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't, because it's now the American Championship.
I'm not going to lie, though, that's probably the best looking United States Championship I've seen in this business in a long time, since the IWGP United States Championship. That thing is gorgeous. I can't really read like the side post. I think it's like the only country that matters or something like that on one. The other one, I have no idea. Someone can probably figure that out for me. Well, that being said, we're 1 hour in. And again, folks, we do so much here at the Multiverse of Media. And of course, the week is far from over. So just to bring up the speed, I hope you all enjoyed the Greg Church. I hope you all enjoyed Raw, NXT, Statboy Sports Bar. I hope you all enjoyed what we do tonight for AEW. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow with much more to come here still, the JMN Multiverse of Media. We have the top 10 songs by the Monkeys, by the Dash, not always on wrestling. That'll be Thursday, August 8th, 5 p.m. Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. And then following that, we once again make an impact as we will cover TNA Impact, of course. That will be Thursday, 8 p.m. Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Matches include, but not limited to, 2 Ultimate X qualifiers. And it's people might better lose his kids. We are guaranteed a new X Division Championship because if he's out of the match, he has to relinquish the title. We also, of course, have NXT with Joe Hendry taking on one part of Gallus in Wolfgang. And Jordan Grace is an open challenge for her TNA Knockouts World Championship. And we'll see the fallout from the wedding now that Matt Cardona is back in TNA. That and so much more to come here at the Multiverse of Media as we go backstage with Renee Paquette. With a very pissed off cowboy. Did anyone notice how Seth Rollins' gear was very similar to him and Adam Page's on Monday night?
Yes, I did.
Gee, I wonder if that's some symbolism. I'll just leave that up to the minds to wonder.
Hold my tongue.
I'm not trying to start anything here. I'm just bringing up history.
I know. I'm just quite literally trying to hold my tongue here. I'm already going to leave the screen a little bit later. Trying to be a good boy, Noah.
Fair enough. I'm insane. Didn't I tell you? He will have what he wants. And clearly he wants Swerve's head served on a silver platter. Eminem Page still obviously far from done with Swerve Strickland, very focused on getting back after the man that caused him to leave his house. Meanwhile, speaking of which, we had good old JR Jim Ross sit down with the AEW World Championship for Strickland. Let's go take a look at this. This is where JR shines the best. God bless that man.
I'm glad that JR is still kicking and doing good enough to do these sort of things,
Yeah.
but not trying to be Debbie Downer. He looks like he's on his last legs. Like he doesn't look all that good.
You think about all the
being honest.
Yeah, you think about all the chemo treatments he's had and everything he's been through the hospital at his age. I mean, yeah, it catches up to you. And of course, he still has Bell palsy for life.
But I am glad he's still able to get involved here and
Amen.
do some stuff.
Of course, talking about the path to All In, the path to Swerve Strickland's rise at the AEW World Championship. Feeling any remorse over his actions, or do you feel that that's what he needed to do? I mean, you gotta make noise if they don't let you in when you knock on the door. Man, they did listen. What about how violent and punishing Bryan Danielson is? I'm about to say, not taking away anything physical from what's going to be. Yeah, he did that to Colt Cabana.
Boom, boom.
Win his teeth. We know how hard he has to fight against me. Okay. I almost, yeah. Not just about prize, now it's about legacy.
Ted DiBiase Jr. going to be there?
I don't know. Crossroads of who is he without all this. Of course, talking about Bryan Danielson. Who is he without professional wrestling? It's worth wondering. Right. But Swerve saying he controls the fate, and he very well does. Does he care about being a part? No. Rename drop.
Ooh.
Damn. Jim Ross saying that this will be the toughest match Swerve has ever had. Swerve asking JR, why you think that? We're talking about what makes people so good, the fact they'll inflict pain on somebody else in such many ways. I don't want to say that Swerve is underestimating Bryan Danielson, but it's almost like Swerve feels that he could confidently beat Bryan Danielson, JJ.
He definitely feels confident. And that's good. The champion needs to be confident, but there's a thin line between confidence and cockiness.
Yeah, I
think Swerve is trying to make sure he doesn't cross that line. As again, at All In Wembley Stadium, it will be the American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus the realist Swerve Strickland.
And it's title versus career in the main event at All In London. But in the meantime, here comes our former freshly squeezed AEW National Champion, Orange Cassidy. After a war that he and the Conglomeration FTR had on Collision. Of course, the all-time win leader by AEW, 160 wins in his AEW career. Wait. He has a couple of guys. Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Wow, he didn't have just any couple of guys. He had the top guys. FTR are back. That's a hell of a couple of friends to have in your corner.
Good replacement, I'm just saying. And they've got their own denim jackets and aviator glasses.
It's whatever. FTR, of course, former two-time AEW Tag Team Champions, on a crusade to get back the AEW Tag Team Championships from the EVPs. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the Young Bucks, will become 3-time AEW Tag Team Champions, if possible, at Wembley Stadium.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out here. Keen, I want you to answer in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
Seriously, bro.
Uh-oh.
What is the difference between Orange Cassidy and Joe Hendry?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. I thought you were going to go a different way there. I like the fact that Dax has the visor and Cash has the sunglasses.
Because if you really think about it, both men are good workers, have kind of goofy gimmicks, and are super over with the crowd.
Accurate.
So what is the difference between Orange Cassidy and Joe Hendry? And dare I say Joe Hendry's song is better only because Orange Cassidy licenses some Jefferson Airplane, and Joe Hendry created and sings his own song.
The original content creator. What a crazy concept. And you see this fearsome fivesome here who have gotten the better of the conglomeration now for the last week. Let's not forget, Beast Mortos pinned the Ring of Honor World Champion last week on Dynamite. Orange Cassidy, I know you got FTR in your corner, but you got a lot of bad blood in front of you. You need to be careful here, man. Roderick Strong, of course, who beat Orange Cassidy for the AEW National Championship back at Revolution. And, of course, El Toro Blanco, the newest member of the Don Callis family, Roosh, as intense as they come.
Speaking of bad blood, WWE, of course, will present Bad Blood on October 5th. And we're hoping that we'll get Taylor Swift live in the arena to sing the theme song.
If that happens,
the bell rings here, back for 6-man action, trios action. Looks like it's going to be Dax Harwood starting up against Rouge.
And we'll see how mean Dax can swing that axe against the White Bull. Continental tie up here in the early going. Of course, Rouge joined the Don Callis family, though, after a big-time loss. And Don Callis went to check on Rouge and basically prey on a soul, probably more hatred than Don Callis has. If we're thinking about Rouge's track record, of course, Ingobernables. Oh, drop toe hold and the drop kick to the follow-up. Beast Morto's legal now. It's like 1 count. Referee Brandon Martinez for this match. Of course, Beast Morto's been impressing everybody in AEW and Ring of Honor, including that incredible win against Commander at Death Before Dishonor. Beast Morto's been on a roll as of late, it seems. And there's chops to Roderick Strong. And Roderick Strong, of course, previous challenger for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Very close in taking it from Mark Briscoe. Quick tags made here by Dax to Cash into Orange Cassidy, who I believe is legal. And right now, Roderick Strong in enemy territory. Shoulder blocks in the midsection now. Of course, Mike Bennett, Matt Taman, our current Ring of Honor World Tag Team champion still, after being the conglomeration. Oof! Kyle Riley and Tomohiro Ishii. Nice elbow drop there by Dax. Roderick Strong hits the cover. Gets a 1 count. And despite what Jeff put in the comments, I did briefly glance for a moment. You can't argue with Roderick Strong when it comes to he is one of those pure in-ring competitors go. Quite a technician.
God damn it.
And the elbow drop, step of elbow drop, though. Orange Cassidy to Roderick Strong.
Getting the gift shared again.
Hands in the pockets. Orange Cassidy engaged. Mortos and Rouge coming in now in FTR. Neutralizing them. There's a lot of trios teams as of late, it seems, in AEW, considering that the Patriarchy now currently hold the AEW Trios Championships. Of course, we saw them confronted by Bang Bang Gang and the House of Black.
Noah, look.
And
they're doing the pockets gimmick, even though they have no pockets on their trunks.
Got to get the people what they want. And of course, this trios match continues. The restaurant quiet picture in picture. Fuck television.
That's a fair assessment, A-Train. He's gotten used to Orange Cassidy over 5 years, can go in the ring. As far as Joe Hendry, he hasn't watched that much of him, so the matches he's seen thus far, not impressed. Noah, can you recommend a few Joe Hendry matches for A-Train to go back and watch that might impress him? What was the digital media title match one? You know which one I'm thinking of against Moose. Where was that for him to watch that one?
Hold on. I gotta compose myself. Damn it, JJ. You threw me off.
Because I almost used that GIF on him earlier because that was a GIF I could have chosen, but I knew he wouldn't get it.
Okay, let me pull myself together. That was still, James, I know you're not here, but brother, that was one of the greatest matches I ever got to call with you, my friend. I loved it. Okay. Whew. There was the dot combat match last year at No Surrender between Joe Hendry and Moose. And prior to that, it was Joe Hendry and Moose at Hard to Kill. Honestly, the breakout match for both Joe Hendry and Moose, if I'm being perfectly honest. And that was at the start of 2023. Other matches that he's impressed, of course, he took on Jake Something to secure his spot at Slammiversary, not to mention the fact he was part of the six-way eliminator this year at Slammiversary, just to name a couple of Joe Hendry's greatest hits. And I'm not talking about the song he made towards Matt Cardona. But I highly recommend you go back and watch Joe Hendry versus Moose, Hard to Kill, and No Surrender last year. Both over the Digital Media Championship. And go from there. Okay.
There you go, A-Train. A little bit of recommendations.
I'm never going to steer you wrong, bro. And right now, again, we are in Restaurant Quiet Picture. Again, fuck television, as right now they have isolated Cash Wheeler in their corner. Toro Blanco, Rush, former leader of Los Fashions Ingobernables. Oh, God, a knife-edge shot.
He says he'll give it a watch tomorrow. Keen, if I'm being real with you, and you can ask the All Elite bruv right here, Noah, how long did I resist Joe Hendry? How long did I fight Joe Hendry? How long did I not believe in Joe Hendry?
At least a year and a half.
And I converted, did I not?
Yeah, ever since you discovered TNA,
I was baptized in the greatness that is Joe Hendry.
Exactly. And right now, a trios action underway. And right now, Cash Wheeler is being brutalized by the Beast Mortals with the elbow strikes, trying to fight back, though, with the uppercut. Tamado Roderick Strong with the axe handle. Undisputed Kingdom watching on from ringside, of course. A Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I got thrown up by the freaking... I got to go back and watch that. With Matt Taven and Mike Bennett watching on as innocent bystanders for the time being. And three consecutive shots
there by the
pop-up Samoan drop of Beast Mortos to Cash. Kick out at 2. At this point, it's a different conglomeration, JJ. You got 2 members. You got a member of the Don Callis family, a member of the Undisputed Kingdom, and then there's the Beast Mortals. Of course, Beast Mortals has also been involved on Collision singles matches against the likes of Darby Allin, losing effort though. But since that loss, Beast Mortals really hasn't lost a match since. FTR chance running out here, trying to will Cash Wheeler to get back to his corner, trying to create separation from Roderick Strong, the Messiah of the Backbreaker. Again, all in. We are on the final countdown to Wembley Stadium. God, what a backbreaker. 18 days away, and you still can get tickets, folks. Here's the cover. Look at the leg. And kick out at 2. Of course, that week, we know that AEW will make their international Dynamite debut with AEW Dynamite that week, Wednesday, from Cardiff, Wales. Congratulations to AEW on that global outreach and expansion. I definitely look forward to us covering that. Of course, that'll be the go-home to All In Wembley Stadium.
As well as the collision that follows it on that Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. We'll see what happens. Cover a nice roll up here, 2 count, because again, Collision and Dynamite will be the same night live. Tap made to Dax. And now Dax just coming in with the jabs and the smash, teeing off, of course, with that big elbow. Taking down Rouge, now taking out Beast Mortos. Again, Dax right now has got to be one of the meanest, hardest hitters in the AEW roster. And that's saying something considering the power on this roster. Armor control here. Taking down Rouge. And again, no notice of weakness or vulnerability right now on Dax, who's been wearing... Wow, God, what a spine buster! Planted! The rank Kinesio tape prior to his return. The power, the technique, the cover, the roll-up, the 2 counts. Great telegraph move there by Dax Harwood. O'Connor roll, 2 count again. Ryder Strong finds escape. Off the second rope, though. Takes Ryder Strong down again. 3rd cover. Kick out again by Roderick Strong. Whew. And right now, Dax in firm control of, I'm sure to Jeff's happiness, the Messiah of the backbreaker, but they'll tell you exactly what Roderick Strong is. Knife-edge chop as Roderick Strong almost loses his footing there. You got to be careful there.
Oh, God, that chop to Roddy from Dax.
He still isn't getting his footing either. He's risking compromising his leg if he's not careful. Finally, Roderick Strong able to get his leg up and over the turnbuckle, but almost loses his complete hold of the top rope. Now Dad's looking to bring him back in the hard way. Uh-oh. This is not going to end well. Roderick Strong trying to adjust his footing, trying to escape from underneath. Oh, jeez. Drops Dax jaw first. Follow up running kick. As Mortals, what the hell? Whoa! These Mortals, almost a whisper of the wind, nearly missed it. 2.5. I can't believe how much these Mortals can fly with ease.
Well, it's that lucha style, man. Most of the luchas can get that going, even with men of his size.
Right? Good grief. And right now, Beast Mortals is taking control of this match for his trio. Meanwhile, referee distraction. And the Undisputed Kingdom taking advantage of Dax Harwood on the outside. Mike Taven and Mike Bennett getting the shots in as well, while Orange Cassidy right now is being assaulted in the corner. Picking their shots and picking their spots. And like they did nothing. And this match will continue in picture-in-picture. Fuck television. Ugh. Yeah, hard average whip there by Bruce driving Orange Cassidy into the barricade. Oh, God! That was a right. And ankle breaker almost. DDT of sorts. Implant DDT on the leg. Gets a 2 count on Dax Harwood by Beast Mortals. Of course, we've already seen FTR, not just in trios action. We saw them in tag team action take on the MXN Collection on Collision in their first tag team match back since returning. But of course, like I said earlier here, while we got a picture-in-picture, again, the Multiverse of Media has you covered with all the content, all the wrestling, all the entertainment. As we were talking about TNA Impact, of course, we move into Friday where you get to meet anything. The newest show, the newest foundation, you have the Multiverse of Media. Whether it's Disney, wrestling, food, whether it's how he tries to protect his mentality, and whether he proverbially wears a cape as a father figure. Ask Me Anything will, of course, be back here on Friday. And, of course, we'll be back here Friday following that to cover and acknowledge the return of the OTC, the original Tribal Chief, as we will cover SmackDown here at the Multiverse of Media. That will start Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. We'll also usher in the new United States champion, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Damn right. And we also have a new women's champion, in Nia Jax, the Queen, now rules alongside Princess, Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. And I'm sure more follow is to come when we look at what's next for Cody Rhodes as we move forward into Saturday night. We'll be all right for a fight and a little bit of Kyle Barrow as AEW Collision will be covered here. And we'll start coverage for that 6:30? Really? Okay. 6:30 p.m. Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific, because that show is already headlined by the Virtuoso Diana Purrazzo taking on Texas's own La Mera Mera, the owner of Mission Pro Wrestling, by the way, Thunder Rosa, in a Texas bull rope match. Can La Mera Mera get it done despite the fact the Virtuoso has best her now 3 previous times, including under no disqualification and lumberjack? When will she learn? We'll find out Saturday night on Collision. And follow that, of course, we already talked about subtly a little bit what you can expect to hear in conversation, but you never know what might unfold during the weekly Saturday night shenanigans that are open mic night here in the Multiverse of Media, hosted by the regular wrestling JJ Williams, and now of course be following Collision Saturday 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, and then Sunday we rest as we get back to AEW here at this trios match. Winston Salem excuses.
Considering we've got this trios match here, Noah, and we know the main event is going to be Jeff Jarrett versus Bryan Danielson, you know what the next match is going to be, right?
Yeah, the
Look
break
at your
house is going
timestamp.
The brick house is going to Rex Shop, and that's all I need because Camille on my screen makes everything worthwhile at any time, and she deserves it. Damn it!
And
Bruce
what time will she be on?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't look at clocks.
Of course, Noah.
I never look at clocks when I watch wrestling.
Okay.
Why? Because when you watch wrestling, you just enjoy what you're watching. Even when it's WWE, and WWE still sometimes underwhelms me. Meanwhile, Roderick Strong hooking up Cash Wheeler. God! Damn! Side drop on the apron. Beast Mortals looking for a cheap shot. Orange Cassidy driving Beast Mortals into the ring post. With wrestling, there is no time clock until you literally see the logo on your screen. Up to the top rope. Orange Cassidy flies in with the splash. No stranger to Roos if you look at these two men's history. Up and around. Take over T. Harris. And now Roos sent to the outside. Roderick Strong, though, taking up around with a DDT. Nicely done by Freshly Squeezed. And Beast Mortals, the sidestep, does need the clothesline. Cassidy wide Roderick Strong on the outside, far up the ramp. Beast Mortals, Orange Cassidy, two legal men here, up and around and around. And
Jesus.
And Beast Mortals, though, trying to counter. Unable to counter the DDT. Incredible control by Orange Cassidy.
Thought I was listening to a Dead or Alive song. You
right?
spin me right round, baby.
I recognize
right
that
round.
one. You could have. I'm wrestling comments. You need to make a GIF of that moment and add that song, please. Follow wrestling comments on the Twix, folks. One of the best accounts there on the social media. Good God! And a spear ran through Orange Cassidy by Beast Mortals. Follow up through Dax. The Bull running wild here. Ole by Cash Wheeler. At the top. Wow, God! Caught him with a power slam. Pop up.
Not gonna lie, I'd kind of like to see FTR hit the shatter machine on him.
I mean, again, it still could happen. Orange Cassidy though back with Roos though. Big connects with a big break. Cover. Oh, and kick out immediately.
Only a 1.
Barely a 1 count, JJ. Whew.
See, and that's the type of stuff that kind of frustrates me about AEW. Like, this has been a solid match. There was a great set of offense and flurry there, and then a 1 count.
And then guaranteed world title shots are abound at All In, as it's now official. There will be a casino gauntlet match at All In London. And we know the first 2 casino gauntlet matches were both won by Will Ospreay. He will not be competing in that. He will be competing for the AEW American Championship. Who knows who's going to be involved in that?
That's fair.
Covered by Roos off the knee strike, though, as Cass saves the matchup and his partner. And All In continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, God, headbutt to the heart. Beast Mortals looking to fly corkscrew through the outside. And clipping Cash Wheeler, but still taking him down. Now Orange Cassidy, though, ducks underneath as Beast Mortals wipes out the Undisputed Kingdom. Meanwhile, Roderick Strong, though, coming to stun down there on the floor. And that might have hurt Orange Cassidy's tailbone. Uh-oh. Roos, though, again, isolating Dax Harwood into the ring. And you know what happens here. If you mess with the Bull,
you get the horn.
Hard punch connects! Oh, God! What a massive right hand. I've had chops there. I was about to say, JJ, but Orange Cassidy stopped you dead in your tracks and then got dropped for his troubles. And Roos right now just teeing off against FTR, lining up their chests and vicious elbow strikes, open palms right side of the head. Orange Cassidy, though, another orange punch to a Toro Blanco, and the Shatter Machine connects on Rouge and Dax with the cover. FTR and Orange with the win. Woo! God almighty, get the air back in your lungs, Cash.
Jesus.
Yeah, right? That's a hell of a win, though, for Orange Cassidy and FTR. Top guys and Freshly Squeezed stand tall tonight. Hell of a battle here, though, JJ, with this unique trio brought forward. Then wait a minute. Let's speaking of trios and tag teams. The Acclaim, of course, have a guaranteed AEW Tag Team Championship match waiting for them. They've also had very candid words for FTR. And his mic's been cut off. Huh? Then once again, Max Caster's mic gets cut off. Gee, I wonder who did that. Okada! FTR saying he has all spread the world for what they done for AEW. This goes beyond AEW. It's for the AEW. Okay, on the mic is y'all. We're real, man. Break for this one. Let's go. Oh, no. Come on. I mean, hey, FTR in a funny move, and Christopher Daniel is trying to keep peace. And, well, so much for that. And security and staff right now literally swarming FTR and the Acclaim. Trying to separate these competitors.
Not very successful.
I love how emotions are high during the most highlighted time of AEW's year as we approach All In London. I still gotta wonder what's gonna happen to AEW with Tag Team Championships there. Top guys, top contenders, both at once. Eliminator. What we doing? What we gonna do here? What we doing, Christopher Daniels? You need to figure this out.
I think
you may see FTR versus the Acclaimed with the tag title opportunity on the line.
Well, speaking of titles, as I said, the AEW World Trios titles right now are at warfare as the House of Black return in full, and the patriarchy were literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Bang Bang Gang was looking for revenge. Meanwhile, that disrespectful brat, Nick Wayne, was brought in by Kip Sabian, and while his mother doesn't know how to discipline a child, the House of Black made sure to send a message to that false father figure, Christian Cage, wiping out Nick Wayne in the corner.
Buddy Matthews treating Nick Wayne like his name was Dominic Mysterio.
Trust me, he was Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, I've been not wrong.
What a travesty seeing an AEW Women's World Trios Championship on that Jezebel.
I was going to say, why isn't Killswitch holding his own title?
Because Christian Cage said, and I quote, "Killswitch, you did not give birth to a prodigy."
I mean, that's valid.
She's never wrestled either.
I mean, Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on, so you
know.
Get
real, you freaking, I'm not going to call you out like that here. Not right now.
If you want to hear Noah call me out like that, super chat.
I mean, the belt does look mighty fine resting where it is, so I'm okay with it for the moment.
Yeah. Winner of the match.
What are you booking, you patriarchal fool, you?
It sounds like he's booking Bang Bang Game versus House of Black, and the winner of that match faces the patriarchy for the AEW World Trios Championships at All In.
I'm here for that. I was going to say, sounds like a hell of a match to me.
Christian Cage may be a dick, but he is a smart, conniving, manipulative dickhead, and I actually approve of this. Still the kind of night Jeff Davis, Brian Dales, and anything goes. Special guest, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I love the comment. He may be a dick, but.
And this is where I leave you, gentlemen.
Just for the moment. Yes.
I will be back probably just in time for the entrances. I'm going to cycle dishes while the Camille and Mercedes thing is doing its thing. So may not be back until the commercial after all of that, but I will be back.
We shall see you then, sir. Yes.
Hi, Jeff. How you been?
Apparently the audio is better on my phone now that it's not, 125 degrees in my hand. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I'm about to say, well, again, when you overload a phone, the phone can only handle so much, especially when it comes to video rendering. So I understand that 100%.
Now, it's all good. I'm due for an upgrade in another half a year, so we'll have to find a way to get a better piece of technology that won't be worn out near as quickly. But man, I'm low-key bummed that Camille's in-ring debut is just going to be a basic squash and in that dreaded female time slot of 9:30 Eastern.
Yeah, but the sad part is it's not the first time. We know this is kind of conventional by AEW, but I think the fact that they are actually showing more women during the show and pushing more storylines, like we had Viva versus Mariah May in the first hour.
Yes,
so we've definitely seen progression in the women's division, which is nice to see. But Camille already destroyed local talent in her in-ring debut. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. So this week now we're up in the ante. She's going to destroy women. As long as I see Camille destroy people, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. I missed last week's show. I didn't realize she wrestled last week. That's my bad.
Yeah, you're all right. Again, the first acquisition part of Monet Incorporated, I think, or whatever the hell she calls it.
So,
and apparently she's not stopping there.
Oh, no. Getting back to the tag title situation with the Acclaim, if the Acclaim win the tag titles, can the stipulation be that Max shaves off that douchey elite style beard or mustache rather? Can we make that a thing? He looks ridiculous with that mustache.
I mean, the Billy Gunn hasn't said anything about it, but he also told the Acclaim they gotta get serious, and they got serious enough to win Blood Guts. And again, they have a shot, but FTR, I mean, their track record speaks for itself. They are more than worthy of the shot as well. And speaking of titles and shots, we just learned from the picture of Christian Cage, it will be Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black for #1 contendership for the AEW Trios Championships at All In London Wembley Stadium. But apparently that #1 contenders match is going to have a special guest referee.
Oh, jeez.
I think I sense Christian Cage working everybody once again.
Oh, well, yeah, he has to outwork everybody. That's what he does.
Well,
okay, so they're showing the commercial for this Outlaw series that was brought up earlier. So it's looking like they're just they're adding the AEW stars to their Saturday night lineup of crazy reality shows. I mean, I'm here for it. But more exposure for AEW is not a bad thing. And like you said, like you just said, it enhances the idea that their TV deal is secure. Although Tatilla did point out in the chat that Warner Bros. Discovery lost almost $10 billion this quarter, which is not a good sign overall for the whole company.
I mean, you got to somehow try and bounce back from a loss like that.
Yes.
They got more than enough entities underneath their umbrella where they could definitely make up that money if they push the right IPs, especially the ones that are developing. Speaking of pushes, this guy, Hologram, has been pushing Gravity to the limit with what he's done lately on Collision, astonishing the AEW audience against the likes of Gringo Logo, Beast Mortals, of course, winning alongside Mystical this past Saturday, of course, in tag team action just 2 weeks ago. Hologram might be one of the hottest rising sensations right now in AEW. Can't wait to see what's next for this luchador.
Definitely curious how he's going to keep going. Oh, here we go.
One of the most innovative luchadors to come forward in Mexico. One of the most innovative superstars to grace AEW as the CEO arrives. Undefeated Spectacular has been Hologram, but also has this Glamazon gladiator of an athlete who held the Burke for nearly 900 days. The Brick House Camille is in All Elite Wrestling. And then there's Mercedes Moné.
And again, I'm not going to harp on Mercedes because that's part of the reason why. But it's just like she looks rail thin. Like she's not staying healthy. Like she looks like she's genuinely not keeping up with her training. Like you almost worry about her going into a match with Britt Baker, who is in the best shape of her life now.
I feel like Mercedes Moné is at a crossroads right now, both mentally and physically, knowing what she's dealing with in and out of All Elite Wrestling, only with her confidence suddenly being boosted by the fact she has Camille in her corner for the time being. I'm just waiting for the Brick House to wreck shop and take over this corporation. That being said, buildings are underway, and these two are about to get wrecked.
I was going to say, what a person to have as your heavy in your corner. And that's why. There you go.
One pump kick, and it's like, I'm out of here. No, you're not. Oof, big elbow strike. Of course, Camille, with a background in football, was formerly the insurance policy of the former holder of the NWA World Championship. They called us the National Treasure. That was the way she brought into NWA before she told us her story, and we discovered Camille's personality. Just a nice Southern girl, but probably one of the most fierce and strongest competitors you will meet in that ring. Speaking of fierce competitors, Thunderbreaker DMD, to your point, will be taking on the CEO for the TBS Championship at All In London, as she will go all in for the second year in a row. You're going to need an army to take down Camille right now. I'm just saying.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's great to see Britt back in the ring. It's great to see Mercedes is actually going to be in the ring competing at All In. She was there last year on the injury list. By the way, with regards to Camille, happy belated birthday, Daylight Dollar short to Tom Latimer.
Again, pump kick. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying happy birthday to Camille's husband, Tom Latimer, from yesterday. We're good.
Torture rap, sit out, power bomb.
With a torture rack and almost a Blue Thunder Bomb type thing, but she didn't go for the pin because she knows, like the world knows, Blue Thunder Bomb will never score a win.
I bet you this, Will. Camille.
You probably.
God!
Dominator.
Double cover Brick House Wreck Shop.
going to say, Jesus Christ, count to 100. Doesn't matter.
And Camille currently 2-0 in AEW. This roster.
And the champion making the victor raise her hand. You gotta get into the air against a Mercedes Moné here. My goodness.
Like, I'm just gonna say this for the record. That's the most unbiased person here, probably in the IWC and also the multiverse of media.
Oh yeah.
To me, is not one of the wrestlers that's must see for me. That's the only thing
No.
I'm saying. Camille, people like Camille, people like Chris Statlander, people like Sky Blue are far more worthwhile for me to see wrestle in that ring because they are for this business and this company. And I love that. With a thriving AEW women's division with so much evident potential, I want to see more of these originals grace this stage. I want to see more of the trailblazers of the industry really create a name for themselves on a bigger stage. And Camille is long overdue to do that. And I'm glad to see she's here to start that, even if it's underneath this for the time being.
You know what I want to do? I want to see Mercedes Moné move to the side and get a load of that Macho Man cosplay in the front row. Cream of the crop style. Yeah.
I want to see Megan Bain come in here. Give me Megan Bain versus Camille.
Oh, I'm here for anybody against Camille at this point. Camille's long overdue to get her hands dirty in the AEW ring. She's been sitting down way too long.
I mean, she's been doing stuff. You followed her on YouTube and Instagram.
Well, no, she has, but
she's been,
not that national spotlight that she is well deserved, long overdue deserved. And unfortunately, when she was with the NWA, it wasn't getting that mainstream attention, and now it's even, unfortunately for them, sunk lower. So I'm glad she's here.
Yeah, again, at the bottom line, if you follow a talent, you follow the talent wherever they go. The freaking wrestling business is not defined by letters. It is defined by more progress than ever with all the companies.
Oh, Mr. Shivani.
The best friend of Burger DMD. Just former Chris Daniels. Tony comes over the elite. Yay.
Oh.
And look at the special Burger DMD.
Acknowledged on TV. Wow.
And we do have a bigger via satellite standing by. Let's hear from the DMD. The first female signing of All Elite Wrestling, the true face of the AEW Women's Division, the true three letters that matter in this company. And of course, we heard about her rise and promise.
Damn.
Is she wrong? No lies detected. AEW is home to Britt White's a Flair of the Month from Monet. This ends it all in when I become TBS champion for the first female to become AEW. First female in AEW to beat Mercedes Moné. I have 7 days to figure out how I'm going to get my hands on you. If that's I won't. Yeah, trust her. She's a doctor. Yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Well, it sounds like Britt Baker will see Monet sooner rather than Wembley, Jeff.
I love that. Trust me, I'm a doctor. That was the tagline to the unofficial sequel to Rocky Horror Picture Show, Shock Treatment. Love that callback by Britt.
Well, either way, we know that Dr. Baker will go all in. The DMD goes up against Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship at Wembley, all in London. Wembley Stadium Sunday, August 25th, and I cannot wait to see her give her a proper smile and add to the arrangement. Still to come also at All in London. This card is fucking stacked. Tile versus career. Swerve Strickland defends the AEW World Championship against Brian Danielson. Where Brian loses, he will never wrestle again. Jeff, I got to ask you, we heard what Swerve had to say regarding the wrestler and more so the father, Brian Danielson, but I think he's got a point, what JR was saying. What is Brian Danielson without professional wrestling?
Yeah, that's always the question. It's been the question with Brian as long as I've known him. It's been the question as long as he's been a friend of the the multiverse and prior to DQ. Bryan Danielson is a professional wrestler. Yes, he's a husband. Yes, he's a father now. Yes, he has done other things besides compete in the ring. But at the end of the day, Bryan Danielson, if nothing else, is a professional wrestler. And to be perfectly honest with you, even if he does move into a office capacity or a producer role or a coach or whatever they call it in AEW, Bryan Danielson, the wrestler, after August 25th, maybe not being a reality, is definitely living in my head, occupying it rent free. It's very much disheartening to think of a wrestling scene without Bryan Danielson, even as, for lack of a better term, long in the tooth as he is.
Well, again, that match is still waiting for us, literally 18 days away. But coming up next, we're going to see Bryan Danielson go all in against the last Outlaw Double J. Anything goes, and that's our main event coming up next here on Dynamite. As we go to full commercial break, fuck television, special guest, we're going to Dragon Steamboat. Again, Camille, Rec Shop, theater 3 opponents next time. I just want to see him stack the bodies when it comes to the brick house. Let's just keep
Seriously. Just line them up and let the brick house blow them down.
I mean, hell, that's what they did with Braun Strowman for how many months before he actually did something of relevancy. So, I mean, I'm okay with this when you got the most powerful female athlete right now in your company.
Not for nothing, man. You talk about powerful, first outings. Odyssey Jones's return. That was delightful Monday night. I'm so happy he's on the main roster. If they're not going to have Big E available, and obviously don't rush him back, for the love of God, don't rush him doing anything.
No.
Odyssey Jones is a hell of a plan B for Kofi and Woodsy, especially if you believe the rumor and that Woodsy's going to finally snap and side with Cross and his group. So we'll see.
I mean, you saw Woods was taken by surprise that Kobe Kingston called this on his own without Woods' consultant. And of course, we already saw one brother turn against his best friends and his brothers. So it's kind of been the year of betrayal when it comes to friends. Trent Beretta, Wesley. Next up, very well could be Xavier Woods. Of course, we'll see more of that fall, I'm sure, between tomorrow night on TNA and next week on NXT. But again, going back to the women's division, DMD. Yes, please. Now just bring back my hater because I'm a hater. And I need to see Jamie Hayter versus Camille in some capacity sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's funny. We often talk about trying to keep things as far as news breaks or whatever to stuff we know for certain, stuff we've seen for certain from talent, and I'll admit to being guilty of it. But when I see somebody on a Thursday night looking in better shape than I've ever seen her, and I say, hey, we're going to see her back sooner than later, and she's on my television on a Saturday night, I'm going to go with my own two eyes as a reliable source.
Yeah, I'm about to say, again, we know
on another level again.
And I love it. And she's on another level, not just physically, but mentally. Telling that story and literally talking about how, again, DDP, God bless that man, literally brought back DDP Yoga for life, by the way, for anybody that's physically and mentally. Just saying, this guy is a freaking advocate of that.
Yes.
So damn happy to see Britt Baker in such a better place and still able to do this because, yeah, again, like I said, the last time we saw her, she faced Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship in the losing effort and hasn't been seen since. Who knew her back was that effed up, let alone the fact she endured basically a stroke.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very long year plus, to say the very least. I'm very happy to see her back on television, very happy to see her back in the ring. If you believe what you read, it's good that even in the midst of a apparent domestic split, she is, pushing through, being going strong. So I'm happy for her on all levels. And if her life situation was leading to her staying focused and going into Wembley with a clear perspective, then damn it, bring on the DMD and the CEO for me in Wembley. I'm here for that match and everything else we got set up for 25th.
The strongest shape you could possibly be. Cloud Casnoy, Terminator challenge strong style with Tiger style Lee Moriarty to get a chance for the AEW Canal Championship, and it was the Swiss Superman that won, which means next week, Lame and Kazuchika Okada and Cloud Casnoy go face to face on Dynamite ahead of that match. But in the meantime, it is time for our main event, and we welcome first our special guest, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This just makes my day every time I see this man on my screen.
Same. Speak again, Jeff.
I was gonna say I would stay on screen, but I can't use my camera because I would want to do the reactions because I'm such an affinity for these three men. But I'm gonna bow out and let you two handle business.
Oh, okay. I finally wasn't hearing the echo on your end, so I was gonna say if you wanted to stay, feel free.
Please feel free to, man. I mean, come on, you and the JJ are massive historians, especially when it comes to Double J and Steamboat. Looks like he's going to be joining commentary here. We know how important this match is to both men, by the way. And Bryan Danielson literally might be on his final countdown. Remember the last time we hear this music, JJ said forward, Rise of the Valkyries, in 18 days, we may never see this entrance again. That might be the last time. As tonight, he goes all in against the ass outlaw, Double J, Jeff Jarrett!
Kabong.
Well, he asked him to go all in.
Anything goes. So let's start it off with the guitar shot. Karen, Jarrett, and Jay Lethal seem to not believe it, but anything goes.
But Bryan
Jarrett's telling them to get to the back.
I mean, you can't argue with the fact that Bryan Danielson asked for this. He literally said, "You want me to go all in? Let's see you go in against me." Referee Aubrey Evans for this contest.
God
damn it. Of course.
Well, means we are underway in this no disqualification, anything goes match. I repeat, anything goes match. So
since Bryan outside the ring.
Yourself. Double J right
I promised you I would be a good boy until the finish.
Oh.
Jarrett with a chair shot to the back of Bryan Danielson there. You could see the heavy kinesio take on the shoulder blades, the back of the neck there.
Well, I mean, again, Bryan Danielson, I mean, Swerve said best. His neck screwed up. His shoulder screwed up. His arm screwed up.
And the other end of the year goes too.
And right now, Jeff, I think is slowly right now trying to keep his composure. Jeff, you'll be okay, bro. As we're right now in the audience, finding up in the stairs. Welcome to the interactive part of AEW, folks. We are far more interactive here than pretty much any other wrestling company. As Double J right now teeing up against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And Double J said on Collision, "You want me to go all in, Bryan? Fine. But you're not facing Double J. You are facing the last outlaw." And he's very well getting that. And right now, these men are literally going up in the bombs almost.
Yep. And this is a fire that's in Jeff Jarrett that we haven't seen in a long time. He really wanted to prove something with this Owen tournament. And he feels like the Hangman took that away from him.
Ooh.
So now he's looking to take it out on Bryan here.
Was he actually trying to take it out on Bryan, or was he trying to bring Bryan Danielson up? I mean, we talked about before. Double J said the biggest supporter of anyone else in this tournament, including Bryan Danielson, was Double J. He was rooting for him from the get-go because he knew that he lost out on that spot. And if anyone deserved to have won it, it was Bryan Danielson. In a way, Double J is trying to prepare Bryan Danielson that if you believe you already got 1 foot out the door, I'm going to remind you that you don't. And you need to really treat this not like your last match, but possibly the last thing you do in your wrestling career. Oh, man! For crying out loud, trash can thrown against Bryan Danielson, and they literally are going all in on everything. All the plunder, all the trash. I think that was a Coors Light that Bryan Danielson just brained Jeff Jarrett with. Everything's at disposal here. It's not bunkhouse brawl. It's not concession stand stampede. It's not friggin' arcade anarchy. It's not anarchy in the arena. It's not a standard stampede. This is an anything goes match. Simple as that. Simple in context.
I want to see one of them put the other one's head through a popcorn cart. Shades of the Royal Rumble and Undertaker and Maven.
And the fall can take place anywhere. Oh, and an up kick right to the Dragons by Jeff Jarrett.
One-way ticket to Dick Kick City.
Or Yambag Yahtzee if you've been listening to a certain commentator. Low blow, perfectly legal. Again, this match could end anywhere in the arena. Anything goes. Pinfall or submission is how you stop this, unless you're...
Big guys to that trash can there.
Yeah, Double J a little bit surprised right now towards what he's been bringing so far probably here.
No, Jarrett knew what he could bring.
Oh, God!
Gorgeous vertical suplex on that trash can as well, right on the lower spine of Bryan Danielson there. You can see him gripping the small of his back.
Again, you literally saw that trash can buckle underneath the lower spine of the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Brian right now on his knees and on his hands. Double J still teeing off against the American Dragon here. And right now, these two have not given neither individual a moment of rest. In the audience, you might want to be careful here. Cheesecake on standby here, AEW security. This is crazy. I didn't think it was going to go this far as anything goes.
Might want to move some of those kids a little bit further to the back. One of these guys, 250 pounds, knocked that kid over. That's a lawsuit for Tony Khan and AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery.
And Bryan Danielson with the suplex follow-up to Double J on the trash can to the lower lumbar and the legs. It's Jeff Jarrett, Bryan Danielson, anything goes. They're our main event on AEW Dynamite. And this match will continue in picture-in-picture television. Good God almighty. And of course, we talked about before the accolades of Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Over 26 different
tag team. Oh, I'm echoing. That was weird. Over 26 different tag team championships. He has championships going all the way back from 1986 all the way up to freaking 2018. Of course, we talk about how many matches he's been involved in. You talk about before time-tested individuals, veterans of the business. Double J's been in 2,300 plus matches in his career. And Bryan Danielson right now teeing off with those kick pads against the legs.
Those patented yes kicks.
Yeah, giving Double J a seat. Double J still flying back, though, by the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, of course. You talk about all his accolades. Former Ring of Honor World Champion, former PWG World Champion, former Pro Champion, WWE World Heavyweight Champion 3 times over. Held in gold since 2000 all the way through 2019. And, of course, we've seen his odyssey in this last year here, full-time in wrestling, across every promotion, New Japan Pro Wrestling, AAA, you name it, he's wrestled there, and he's had nearly 2,000 matches in his career. And Double J once again grabbing a trash can, braining the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
But Bryan Danielson, with all his accolades, arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of this generation, of any generation. Despite all of that, the American Dragon cannot say that he was a member of the Four Horsemen. The American Dragon cannot say that he was a member and leader of the New World Order. The American Dragon cannot say that he was a member of the Bullet Club, that he was a member of Immortal.
Ugh, we don't talk about that. That's a dark cloud. If you're a member of that and you add that to your resume, you got issues.
Just saying, he was all elite amongst the all elite before there was an AEW. Yes, producer man, with your hand up.
And most importantly, Bryan Danielson cannot say that he has yet been screwed by Bobby Edwards. Now,
and Bryan Danielson cannot say that he tried to commit fetal homicide.
That's right. Damn it.
Oh, both you two cut that out.
I will not until that man is stopped. Anyway,
oh, good grief almighty. Some things are never going to end here. So is the tutorial.
YouTube tutorial for StreamYard, boys and girls. If you want to cancel out echoing, you toggle echo cancellation. Oh, revelation. Anyway, hi.
Ah, that's the setting you forgot to click. Okay, I figured it was the setting. Anyway, Bryan Danielson braced up against the barricades right now, and Double J back in control. But, of course, Bryan Danielson can say stuff that Double J, of course, hasn't been. We talk about Bryan Danielson's accolades, PWG World Champion, GAC Junior Heavyweight Champion, WXW World Heavyweight Champion, Ring of Honor World Champion, Ring of Honor Pure Champion, of course, multiple-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and, of course, WWE Champion. As we are back here, I believe that was our last picture-in-picture, and I'm here with the Dash Always on Wrestling. Double J just teeing off against the knee now, Bryan Danielson, with that steel chair.
And to your credit, no, that's true. Jarrett has done things that Bryan Danielson hasn't done. For example, Roddy Strong tried to kill a fetus. Jeff Jarrett tried to kill his podcast host father-in-law with a shoe. He's a maniac.
I mean, both these men are maniacs, for being perfectly fair. This business changes you forever, and these two have been changed by the business forever. To the point you were saying earlier, Jeff, you can't imagine the name Bryan Danielson not being associated with professional wrestling.
Either one of these two guys, I can't imagine not being involved in some way. The fact that Jarrett's had this resurgence, be it off or on camera, in the last 5 years is amazing for Jeff.
You saw Swerve Strickland, by the way, with Prince Nana watching out from backstage. Brian been over out the corner. And of course, coming up very soon is the 5th anniversary of AEW Dynamite, which we'll cover on Multiverse of Media. That's Wednesday, October 2nd. And then, yes, right here from my hometown, Collision, Thursday, October 3rd. I will be there live. But they choose to cover that's on them. And then, of course, we'll be also covering the following AEW Dynamite on Tuesday, October 8th, as Title Tuesday is back. Man, so much more to come here at the Multiverse of Media. All the content.
Unfortunately, Noah, we can't cover that Collision because that Collision will be airing on October 5th, which is Bad Blood.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Brian Danielson.
So unless we do the double stream thing, but then we end up losing you to AEW and we need you on the PLE.
Well, yes. It would be the first time that I had to choose the better of two professional wrestling fan passions. But I already know what I'm doing that Saturday. Don't worry.
We can show highlights of Collision if something caught your eye and you let us know. Hey, we want to show this.
So. And Tope Suicida by Brian Danielson wipes up a jail on the outside. Takes flight right now as the American Dragon has done so many times. The fact this man started this year off taking on Kazuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom and now finds himself 18 days away, challenging for the AEW Championship at Wembley Stadium in London.
Could be his final match, Noah.
Exactly. Now, the more we say those two words, the more I just feel the anxiety in Jeff Beecham rising.
Although, much to Jeff's point, and something that caused him to damn near have an aneurysm earlier this week, the fact that they're advertising Brian Danielson on the graphic for Title Tuesday kind of leads one to believe that he's not going to lose it all in.
No.
Either that
especially since they're advertising him in wrestling gear.
And nobody in that graphic has their championships on their shoulders or waist or whatever. So it's like, oh, so anyway, aneurysm abated for the moment. We'll see what happens on the 25th.
I call that a placeholder because you never know what's going to happen until the bell rings and we see the 3. Oh, no! And they're going for the running knee strike. Jeff Jarrett catches him with a chair off the apron.
He said,
running knee strike, all right.
Again, Jeff
Notice the way Aubrey's over there checking on Brian, giving Jarrett an evil look. I wonder if she would be so quick to run over if Brian had done that to Jeff.
I'm just going to ignore you and focus on the monitor as the most unbiased.
Of course you're going to ignore me because I make a valid point.
No, you make a biased point, and the sooner you realize
I make a valid point.
The sooner you realize that, the sooner this multiverse will be more stable.
The ring.
You are biased against Aubrey Evers more than any other referee in this business. Stop,
gentlemen, please.
And wait a minute, Jeff Jarrett right now with the chair over the leg. Don't push something. And Jeff Jarrett looking to finish off Brian Danielson here.
He's not getting ready for Wembley. He's going to Pillmanize him here. That ain't.
Brian Danielson asked Jeff Jarrett to go all in. Oh!
That's the counter.
Hey, got a hit. Yeah, man. Danielson saving himself a potential broken leg here.
There you go. Danielson has a life beyond wrestling now. He can try for the Mariners with that swing.
And Spiderplex to Double J out of the corner.
Good gravy.
That core strengthened Brian Danielson to hoist himself back up after that.
American Dragon strong like bull.
Aubrey putting on her black gloves means that somebody's going to be bleeding here pretty shortly.
Jarrett probably already is.
I was say Jarrett probably already is. Again, the impact almost on that chair. Brian out of the corner. Missile drop kick right on the point of the jaw. Again, still favoring the left leg, though.
I like the dragon scales on his gear. That's cool. Sorry, I just noticed that.
No, you're fine, man. This is awesome, and I agree. I'm just taking it in, okay? I know I'm the commentator for the network here, but at the end of the day, I'm a fucking fan of professional wrestling, all elite wrestling at the forefront, damn it, since this company's existence. And Brian, looking for the bus kick.
Yes.
Yep. And AEW.
Stepping over, going for that figure 4 leg lock.
Now, isn't that poetic considering who's on commentary?
And Aubrey, to her credit, right there in her friend Brian's face, asking him.
Well, again, verbal tap out or physical tap out will stop this match. Brian Danielson, though, trying to use his range to grab a chair. And maybe force the break. Wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, God.
Look at Aubrey's face.
Even chair across both knees of Double J. forcing the break off the figure 4 leg lock.
God damn, that was vicious.
Again, we know that Bryan Danielson can be violent. Might be looking to try to bring Jeff Jarrett down. Pausing for the lapel lock. Jeff Jarrett is scouted. Looking for the stroke on the chair. Trying to steer. Oh, and he hits it.
Oh, shit.
Get another throw into the cover. Kick out.
Wow.
I noticed the way Bryan Danielson landed on that chair. He didn't land flush either. That probably was the only thing that saved him. Now looking to turn over potentially.
Sharpshooter locked in.
Sharpshooter.
Oh, man.
Perhaps an homage to his best friend, of course. May he rest in peace, Owen Hart.
Jarrett with the multiple feels, playing the heel, but going for the Owen pop. That's shady.
Bryan doesn't want him to go all in. He's going to go all in. But meanwhile, Bryan able to scout it, though. Hammerlock in the right arm. Might be looking to trap Jeff Jarrett into that lapel lock. The hands gripped across the nose, preventing Jeff Jarrett's vision. Jeff Jarrett, though, breaking the grip. Fingers loosened up. Now Jeff Jarrett, teeing off against Bryan. Big left there. Kick to the head that time, though, by Bryan here. And both these men got to be running on empty at this point. We got to be getting pretty soon towards how far these two men can go all in after the amount of physical warfare they've endured against each other. They're trading bombs here. I love it. Battle
overrun, so.
And of course, AEW will give us an overrun as long as this match needs right now. And neither of these men are given an inch here. It's almost like the kid in their gear. Plot the kick. Step on a Guri by Double J to the shoulder blade.
Another trademark Owen Hart maneuver there.
And once again, looking for the stroke, saying that's it. But Bryan drives Jeff Jarrett head first in that steel chair that Jeff Jarrett some while back. And meanwhile, Psycho knee with a chair. Shoot the head, in the cover, up the near leg, and Bryan Danielson with the win.
Wow.
Damn. Putting his own body into harm's way, driving that already compromised knee into a chair, into the face of Jeff Jarrett. You see Karen Jarrett, Sanjay Dutt, and Jay Lethal coming down. As is Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta, who's been training relentlessly, preparing Bryan Danielson for the punishment he has to endure if he's going to win the AEW World Championship against Swerve Strickland. Tonight, you've got a taste of what Bryan Danielson was willing to dish and willing to take.
Danielson with his one in the air, he acknowledges the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
And of course, right now, Bryan Danielson trying to get fair.
Roman took him out of the company.
Yeah, it looks like he's
a lot of damn good talent in that ring, gentlemen.
A lot of legendary talent, a lot of history. Generations meeting here in All Elite Wrestling.
It's like, oh man, Jarrett looks like he's busted open on the back of his head somewhere, or maybe behind his ear. And that's what I'm putting the glove on.
Yeah, I think that was behind the ear. To your point, Jeff.
I have to have Conrad ask him that on the show next week, since this week's show is already on the can.
Knee caught Jeff Jarrett flush. You gotta commend what both men brought here tonight, though, in this main event.
Ricky the Dragon helping Jarrett get back to his feet. Jarrett definitely a little bit discombobulated, a little bit of rocked after that psycho knee with the chair.
Two-time tested, great veteran athletes here went to war as we approach the final countdown to AEW All In Wembley Stadium. Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson definitely went all in tonight. Respect.
Ricky Steamboat raising both man's arm up in the middle of the ring after the valiant effort and fight that both men just put on.
Again,
and a hearty handshake and hug. Sportsmanship, damn it.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Someone just crashed the party. Hold on a second. Don't forget whose house we're in, gentlemen.
Run's house.
I'm not swerving when I drive during Ricky and Bryan and Jeff's moment. Y'all can swerve if you want to.
This is a whole different Swerve, all right? We had the sentimental stuff. Now Swerve's going to be like, cut the crap. You're going to doing the right thing here, reminding everybody what this is truly all about. Not about Jeff Jarrett, not about Ricky Steamboat. It's about that AEW World Championship and Swerve Strickland maybe being Bryan Danielson's end on his career. Oh, boy. Yeah, we saw that. We called it.
Planet Jarrett has now cleared the area and gone to the back. Just Brian and Wheeler Yuta in the ring right now.
Talking about that, we saw Jeff Jarrett get the belt. And now we get to see Swerve Strickland. Damn. Gusto the champion. All men that define pro wrestling on this network.
That's fair.
It's not wrong.
Steamboat during the Crockett early WCW era, Jarrett during the late WCW era, and Swerve now.
And the difference is they've all been champions versus Bryan Danielson. The difference between him and this championship is Swerve Strickland, because Swerve actually got the championship. Bryan never has. Knowledge is Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest of all time.
Definitely.
That's why it'll be great for him and a huge honor to retire him at All In, as his legacy becomes his.
That's fair. If he can be successful.
And he will not hesitate to take that kill shot. Every match here, so how you feeling? Legs a little wobbly. Neck back around you. There's a feeling your fingers. Is that what Double J does to you? Just imagine what I'm going to do to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Great test for nonetheless.
Swerve's going to bring it.
Gets a little warm up for Wembley Stadium for this tower defense. Any sparring partner? Next week, Swerve steps in the ring, 1-on-1. With Wheeler Yuta. Ooh.
Sounds good to me.
I'm for it. Once Bryan does have a front row seat, as he gets to show him why he is the most dangerous man in AEW.
And look at that side eye by Nana.
Well, but one thing for sure, we definitely are in the money, and Wheeler Yuta may be in agony next week before All in London, Wembley. Looks like Wheeler Yuta will get a shot against the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, but Bryan Danielson will witness it all. And can Bryan do the impossible? Can Bryan win the AEW World Championship with his careers on the line at Wembley Stadium? We are still 18 days from finding out, but for now, that concludes tonight's edition of Wednesday Night Dynamite. AEW, where you never know what may happen. For the Mega Wrestling JMN, for Jet Motherfucking Meacham, I'm assuming Noah Foster. We'll see you tomorrow here at the Multiverse of Media when we cover TNA Impact. Heck of a show. And good grace, Swerve is ready to go. I hope Bryan truly is. He's going to have to be.
Hey, I wonder if they gave Jarrett that opportunity to be at this level, high level of a program. Maybe that was Jeff Jarrett's last match, at least on television.
Well, I argue, Jeff, that again, during the Owen, even if he lost, I felt that he could feel complete in his career. Only added with the fact that he was able to literally go full circle with Martha Hart and literally Owen's brother and Martha's son, Ole Hart. It feels like to me, Jeff Jarrett doesn't need to do anything else in the ring. But arguably, you could say the same thing about Bryan Danielson. You said yourself, you can't imagine either of these men not involved in wrestling. Now, truth be told, if WJN wrestles again, I can respect that. But Bryan not even being able to be associated with the word wrestling, that's not a world I think I could actually comprehend my brain in.
Yeah, no. We'll see.
Soon
Like
enough,
you said, 18 days.
I can't wait. This is going to be the most.
And that starts what's going to be a crazy weekend for us. We've got that show that night, and then the next weekend we've got no less than 4 shows in 3 days.
Yes. All the rest.
So 2 of them damn near concurrently with New Japan and TNA. So
Right.
busy times ahead, my friends. But that all starts, of course, tomorrow with Dads and our ranking of the Monkey songs, and then Impact once again. And I know for a fact I'm going to be tuning in to Impact one way or the other, whether it's being able to be part of the coverage or watching it on TNA Plus later because I am looking forward to these Ultimate X qualifiers.
No doubt.
I'm here for
Are
those.
you not going to be here for those?
I should be here. It's I never say yes 100% because the coaster that is my existence. But
Fair enough.
More often than not, I will be here. It's just a matter of if technology applies. Now, a great example. I'm applying on here because I realized I didn't hit the echo cancellation, so I can do this camera. But yeah, so again, tomorrow, Dad's and Impact. Friday, Ask Me Anything and SmackDown. Saturday, a rare Collision watch along, thanks to La Mera and the Virtuosa doing their thing in a Texas Bull Rope match. Now, keep in mind, Texas Bull Rope is the signature match of the Rhodes, if you will, and Lord knows Dustin Rhodes has been very involved with Thunder Rosa.
Ooh, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how the Virtuosa responds to that environment because we know Deanna can go, but Thunder Rosa's got that Rhodes backup in a Texas Bull Rope situation.
And she's in her home state.
Exactly. And then, of course, open mic night. And as we've said, and on Sunday we raced. With any luck. But we'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
Any final words before I hit that beautiful bean footage?
Fun AEW show tonight. Onwards we go.
Absolutely.
Have a good night, folks.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.